So we can just... Oh, nice. We got 8,000 followers on this channel.
Wow.
Pretty burr.
It's pretty nice.
So much like this
Pretty burr. You should probably get a microphone as well. Yeah, it's coming.
You look like you're expecting something else.
You talk about how well the marathon went.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I just want to do another marathon next week so we can do all the things we improved. We can implement our new strats that we just learned about, we found out just in practice.
Yeah, exactly. This is just the setup for a real marathon.
Yeah.
Starting next week.
I should mute my mic while I chew.
Please don't do that. It keeps popping up.
Well, it's muted. I turned it off.
Yeah, but it goes pop, pop, pop on the thing. Right. Okay. I'll even launch you with a video like every other run.
Oh my
Do
god.
we have a recap
We have a recap video?
Well, we've got a generic video.
Edenal's face rotating around the cube.
Then just before it explodes, it goes.
And you need this sound effect, like from Friends when Ross is playing his keyboard. And
Yeah.
every time
Alright, we're gonna see it soon for the first time.
helicopter sounds.
Can
I turned my mic off. Should I turn it on?
yeah, just turn it on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna run the video.
I think Kanjo and
Kanjo,
a guy
oh.
named Vincent.
You're on.
Alright.
Oh, cool. Hey, I guess welcome to the final recap, or not really final recap, because I believe there's going to be a really short recap after the blue stream as well.
Oh, okay. Is it going to be one of those like, hey, we like people?
No, it's going to be one like where we go and drink beer and
Oh.
come back 2 hours later and
Hey!
Oh, I remember anything anymore.
so I guess this is actually the first recap with Oasiz and me, who were supposed to...
Do all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Flicky.
That's alright.
You did a good job, though.
Of just getting people to do recaps.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I haven't seen any of the recaps so far.
None of them.
Yeah, so the yellow stream is over,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we can all agree that it was a success.
Yeah,
Yep.
it went pretty well. There were runs on it. A lot of runs. We kept the schedule pretty nicely.
Even though we had to...
Fiddle a lot.
Yeah.
Beat a lot of people. We have kitchen timers. Do you have the kitchen timer there?
Enjoy.
Yeah.
You can pass it over.
I've duly ignored it.
Yeah, this is the kitchen timer that we've been setting to 3 minutes to encourage tech to do their job a bit faster. And it rings like this. Amazingly, with one of these, the setup was a lot faster in a lot of cases. Not all of them, of course, but a little prod. But yeah, this stream went surprisingly well. Like, we didn't really get behind very much at all. But
We ended like 1 hour behind, but that was
Yeah.
due to some last-minute tech problems and
Yeah.
also some donation incentives which were not maybe accounted for. But since it's the last game,
Yeah.
it's fine.
And we had the stream crash at one point when the fuses blew up.
and the fuse blow, and
Yeah.
something else with a PC and all sorts, and then SWAT 4, and yeah.
But SWAT 4, seriously, you can't. It was worth it.
It was an experiment.
it was
It was an
entertaining.
experiment.
Every
yeah.
minute of setup was worth it.
Sure.
Doing that setup like 4 in the morning,
But
not having slept, was great.
it seemed like they were a lot of people who enjoyed watching this stream just as much
Yeah,
as
chat
the
was,
blue stream.
Chat, I'd say the chat was very different compared to the blue stream.
Yeah, more relaxed, less.
Hate,
Yeah,
maybe?
I was gonna say shit posting
Yeah.
in this chat for sure.
Less trolling.
Less
definitely.
trolling for sure. Yeah. So it seemed pretty friendly in here. People chilled out. It wasn't exactly how I sort of thought. I was expecting it to be like a real crew of people manning this room the whole time, but people sort of went between both blue and yellow. But it was cool, really, just to have the extra games, and hopefully people enjoyed that and liked it. So I hope.
Yeah, probably for next year. We haven't really decided yet what we want to do, but after we collect feedback, we'll review it. And I'm certain that the yellow stream or an alternative stream or whatever you want to call it is going to return in some shape or form.
Yeah, might be edited slightly, but yeah. For people watching, if you could send us feedback on Twitter or something, could you just do it after Majora's Mask is done? Because if you're sending a thing with hashtag ESA 2014 and it says like, man, yellow stream sucked or this sucked, it's not going to get people to come watch Majora's Mask. So yeah, just if you could send us feedback, Twitter works too. But
yeah, I was gonna say this whole 2 weeks, feedback for 2 weeks. I think we can.
I
scrap
think
that.
we're going to ignore that. That's not a rule for us.
Whenever Majora's Mask is done, someone's going to start up feedback thread on the SA forums, and we're going to collect feedback. And in a week or two, we're going to come back with our replies and our analysis of the event.
Yeah, the 2 weeks is silly. Like people who are actually passionate about the feedback have forgotten by then. So yeah, send us feedback. We're happy with it. We've had a bunch during the marathon, some of which we've acted upon, others we've tried to but haven't quite. One big one was bigger screens for 4-player runs, which we wish we could have changed, but due to we had it professional, the very busy guy made our overlays, so we couldn't change them. But we did hear that, so don't worry. All feedback's welcome. We can ignore the terrible stuff.
Well, stuff that tech stuff, breaking down power outages. We can get uninterrupted power supplies.
Yeah.
Or just route the stream PC to another power socket.
Yeah,
another fuse, and that should solve
run
any
a
problem.
power thing to a different room entirely, right?
Yeah.
Get a generator for outside.
Yeah, we actually had to go to upstairs to find something like it's under construction and everything up there. And
Wow.
You should see this. It's
Wait,
really cool.
There's an upstairs?
yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, what do you think? It's like, this tall building, like, the second floor is
I didn't
probably
even
not
think
being
about that. Is there? How do you get up there?
Through the door.
It's like you go up the stairs
The
and there's the
emergency
doorway,
exit.
like near the white screen, where the beamer.
Oh.
We can go up there and have a look later.
Oh.
I believe that there were discussions at some point if we were going to use upstairs, but it turns out they're not finished, not even close.
Yeah.
So it's still like really bumpy concrete floor and stuff sticking out from the walls.
Yeah.
Dust everywhere. But that would be great if they could.
Yeah.
If they're ready with the upstairs. For next
It
year.
looks really promising. The upstairs area is just one huge area. You have some small rooms, and then it's just open area up until the end of the building. Pretty much, it's gonna be amazing if it works out.
Yeah. We were hoping that this stream room had more of a small not casual atmosphere, as in the quality of the runs, but casual as in the audience. The bigger the room is, the more professional it's going to end up being, just because you can't hear certain people and that. Whereas a smaller room, hopefully try and capture the feel of some of the older marathons and meetups especially. So hopefully that came across.
Yeah, I
in the
believe
other
it did.
stream. That guy said it seemed to. So.
Well, we trust him.
We trust that guy.
He seems like a valid source.
Yeah, he's not spring green in color, so
Okay.
we can trust him. But yeah, we had good runs on both streams as well. There were a few world records on this stream, I know, and good runs on both. And it didn't seem to be a big deal that more popular games was moved to one stream, so like San Andreas and Vice City were both on this stream, as well as Portal and Portal 2, and that didn't seem to. I didn't see anyone really moaning that they would have liked it on the other ones. So.
And Tech War.
And Tech War was here too. That's a good
Don't
point.
forget Tech War.
Yes, Tech War. Dark Souls 2 was on the stream. So yeah, went well. Aside from that.
Yeah, what we really wanted to do was the original idea for this stream was to show, and the recaps was to show a lot more what's going on behind the scenes.
I'm not sure we achieved that.
No, I think we
well.
kind of dropped the ball on that one, but
there was mentions of things happening, but not really, and yeah, like water fights and that would have been cool to show off back, like video and that, and like
wet t-shirt competition.
Yeah,
Adam Oasiz and Ibadical.
Yeah, it was, and Sloop was not wearing a t-shirt for several hours, just under his hoodie. But yeah, that's one thing. One of the goals for this stream that we didn't reach, definitely, was we really wanted to show the atmosphere of these events, what it is like backstage, because it's something that's incredibly difficult to put across on just a marathon stream. You need backstage footage, you need stuff. So hopefully next year we can maybe get interviews, like live stuff, just keeping that in mind at all times. Would be great. We'd really like just to show people what it is like here, because there are a lot of misconceptions. You always read a lot of, oh, this guy is mad at that guy, when actually if you saw them backstage, you'd realize they're best friends and so on. There was one thing with the schedule. We will completely admit we had a lot of schedule troubles. The schedule was being adjusted and on the website. And one thing we did differently to other marathons is we tried to catch up to the original schedule, rather than just letting it drag behind and behind and behind. The schedule editing was kind of sketchy, both in the way we did it and the method for doing it, and that's definitely something to improve.
I don't think we had the idea ready. We weren't sure about how we were going to handle stuff like that when we began. So, and I like you said, it wasn't really communicated that we were trying to stick to the original schedule, which we had posted here on the walls and everywhere.
Yeah, especially when it changed. I mean, there was one night where the online schedule had changed, but our original schedule didn't change. Then, due to some rejigging and some great work by the runners and the tech team, we caught up, and we were back on schedule. But the online schedule, we were ahead of schedule by an hour. I had Meridian come up to me and ask me when Jeet Goldeneye was starting, and I was about to tear my hair out because it should have started an hour before. And then he said, yeah, it did start an hour ago, but the website says it's starting in 20 minutes. Oh, God, so we had to fix that. So definitely the schedule is something. Just the schedule itself is good, but the live schedule for the people at home, it's very easy to forget that they're the important part. You know, the people watching need to know when the stuff's going on as well. So hopefully it seems like the extra blocks, the panels, as it were well received, with tassing and sonic theory and glitchy hunting and stuff like that. That was another thing we wanted to really show off. If you watched any of the roundtables we did, there was a lot of saying that we want to represent as much of speedrunning outside of it as well, and marathons are a really good time. Anyone who's into speedrunning and reads various big websites, you know, we can name them because they're not going to care, but like Kotaku, Joystick, and those sort of websites are very poorly research the stuff we do, and unfortunately a lot of people find out about speedrunning through them and get completely the wrong idea. So we were hoping we could sort of explain tassing and explain glitch hunting and why it's fine and why it's not, you know, cheating and so on. And hopefully the tassing, we really want to push tassing to something people actually understand. The amount of comments I've read where they've said like, this speedrun's great, but there's a task of this and the guy's just cheating using a computer, and it's like, not true. We want to fix some misconceptions while we can. So hopefully they went well. They were kind of, some of them were last minute, some people prepared really heavily. So hopefully they went well and we can maybe do some more of those next year.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to make a return.
Yep.
Maybe even on the quote-unquote bigger stream.
Yeah. Yeah, the blue one.
Yep.
We shall see. There was just some things. Tech generally was fine, except for disasters from time to time. I know once we had the timers implemented and we had no more disasters, the tech went really smoothly. There were a lot of runs being set up in 3 to 5 minutes, completely ready to go immediately after the last run, which was good. Disasters are disasters, but power outages, nothing we can do about that. So
yeah, I mean, it was just weird sometimes. We really tested the equipment in advance, like tested pretty much every setup and everything, but suddenly, like when it just hits, it's the typical demo effect. Things just start crashing out of blue without any reason.
Tunnel rats stopped working out of nowhere. Like someone's laptop wouldn't take the input or everything, so we adjusted that. No more laptops, so stuff like that. But the tech as itself, as someone who's been to a bunch of these marathons, I'm obviously going to sound slightly biased, but this is true. The tech setup, both from someone behind the desk and runner, was so simple. You sit down with your console, you plug in the power, which is right in front of you, and you plug in the SCART, which is right in front of you, and you're done. That's it. All you have to do, someone puts a mic on you, and you're basically ready to go. So, and I know everything I read about, well, not everything about the layout, it's only 4-player stuff, but the quality, 60 FPS, 720p in basically every game that supported it, 60 FPS in everything, I think, the games that supported 60 FPS
pretty much
was in all cases, and I heard a lot of positive feedback about the quality. Hopefully we've pushed the bar for, speedrun marathons quality-wise, showing that it is very possible to do 60 FPS for everything, and very achievable. I mean, we had 5 SWAT screens running at 60 FPS, and
I don't think it was.
Oh, was it 60 FPS? Okay.
I don't think it was any more running because it was pretty heavy. I prepared the video clip. I clicked the video clip, and whole computer froze.
Fair enough. The Left 4 Dead ran smooth FPS.
But it was possible. We got it.
Yeah.
Possible. So
let's do 20 next time, right?
Yeah.
20 player. Well, no, we're doing 48 player series sound co-op.
Oh yeah, that's happening.
That's gonna happen.
But yeah, also, there's things we need to improve again. Any feedback would be great. We've seen some in the chat now, which is really good, so we're noticing that. Any negative feedback is actually very, very useful. So if you have anything slightly negative, just let us know. But hopefully you enjoyed the high quality stuff. Hopefully standards have improved for the whole speedrun community, and hopefully we've pushed it a bit more so that when more events happen in the future, people will be saying, I don't know, ESA had this, why don't you guys have this? And hopefully, advancements happen.
For those of you interested, we had a homemade software which we used to update all the texts on the screen.
Java code.
Yeah, bad Java code.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the category bit isn't working.
Yeah, patch it one day into the marathon.
Yeah.
Fuck. Anyway, we're gonna push that out for everyone to use in the near future. If you're interested, it should work fine.
Sharing.
It should work fine with the XSplit, OBS, whatever, anything that reads text file.
Mm-hmm. We had a few different things. We experimented with music between games, which went well, I think. And then sometimes we had sound, so we're testing, would people prefer the music, would people prefer the mics room sound, and both seem pretty good to me. I'm more of a fan of the music, I'll admit, but it's good to have that. We had splash screens, nice splash screens showing the room, some tweet interaction, which hopefully, another new thing people haven't done for marathons like this. That was another thing we did, which was new, and hopefully, get some feedback on if it's worth doing or not. I say one thing that went really, really well backstage that people won't know about was communal cooking. Every day, all the communal food was made at one time and served, and actually pretty delicious. So
and different cultures, like you can actually get stuff around Europe.
It's roast tomorrow, English roast tomorrow. We had Wiener Schnitzel today.
Yeah.
We had Lancashire hot pot the other day from England.
Oh, isn't it Sunday?
Yeah,
Sunday roast.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, today's Saturday.
Yeah. All that sort of thing.
Yeah, the guys in the kitchen were standing and bonking.
They were tenderizing
with a meat hammer for hours.
Pork tenderloin, yeah. But yeah.
Something I really enjoyed on the Blue stream, which we had set up from the beginning, but really only utilized this morning was Skype commentary.
Yeah, we had another Skype commentary actually.
Oh, we did?
Island Peril had Skype commentary too.
Cool.
That was in here. That was a different setup.
Oh, okay. But that one worked really, really well. And Flicky actually stayed on for an extra game.
Nice.
Since he knew it.
Flicky, the Skype commentary at other events has often been like a laptop here, and it's just you hear speaking and then you talk and ask questions. And hey, can you explain this? Yeah, sure. I'm going to the runs and and then when it does work without lag, which was quite a lot of time, if you're any further behind than the first row, you can just hear, well, I mean, I was okay, great.
We had a really nice setup. Much thanks to the venue, which provides a lot of cool.
One question I had: what happened to the mood lighting?
We cut that after the power outage.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
We pretty much routed power from the other room and just wanted to cut off everything extra.
I had good feedback about the mood lighting actually, and I heard no complaints about lighting. I've heard complaints about lighting at other events, so all sorts of so that's good too. Things went well despite just there's a few disasters which happen at every marathon, and then growing pains getting stuff sorted, but. By the end, tech seemed to be running really smoothly. Runners were there on time. Aside from 2 people who never showed up to the event at all, every runner was pretty much ready as soon as their run was, which was good. Everything seemed to go pretty smoothly back here. So.
And now we have another tech nightmare in front of us. The Strider. Strider race 4-player. Lost.
NES.
At least we went into a nice time capsule. We just bought 2 almost. The other one is a brand new CRT, and the other one is like 200 hours of use time.
Nice.
Open it, all the remotes, everything packaged. It's like brand new, shop ready. It's like time capsule.
Yeah.
So we're gonna use those.
Yeah. So the things view count seemed pretty good throughout the marathon. They sort of went up and down with. How long setup took. But basically they seem to be going up and then power outage would happen and naturally people are going to stop watching then, but they were pretty happy with those. We're happy with the view count for this stream as well, especially. We're kind of not sure how many we'd get, but I think we're pretty happy with it, and importantly the big runs got big views on this stream too, and the only worry would be, if this run was on that stream, would it have got 15k? And if it was on this stream, it only got 2. But everywhere I saw, the runs got the views they sort of deserved, as it were. Deserved isn't the right word. As popularity would make us expect. Let's put it that way. So. Yeah,
it's really amazing how people find their way basically.
Yeah.
Thanks to social media and water cooler talks or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Even though. This stream wasn't promoted as much on the Twitch front page. I don't know if it was on the Twitch front page.
I don't know if we were allowed to have both on there. They might have taken the blue one off to put this one on for time, but I was told we can't have both.
Yeah,
so we can't have
that's
both.
basically what.
Which is weird because I saw 3 Dota international ones on there once. So when they said there's a rule that we never have more than one on there, what they meant to say is we don't from anybody. Some people would say.
We just need a different name for this. Europe with a Y.
Europe,
Europe Speed Assembly.
Yeah, that would be good. YSA.
Yeah,
that would be
no relation to ESA. Both on the front page.
Both happen to be going on at the same time, and there would be a problem when a guy left one stream and moved to the other stream with the same clothes and cup. We'd have to get people to change clothes as they walked in.
Fake mustaches.
I think that pretty much involves me when they see me running out of here.
That would be really great. Thankfully, the weather cooled down a bit for us as we went into the marathon.
Oh yeah, the first days were
hot.
They were terrible.
Hopefully, it warms up again so we can go back to the lake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That lake was great.
Yeah. Lake is great.
Another thing you missed backstage is the hot weather.
Yes, that was really.
Blue practice room. It was like, how hot was it? Like 30.
It was like
35.
It was about 30 to 35 degrees, and then as time went by at night, more and more people left. So about 7 a.m. it was down to about 28 degrees, and then it would just warm up in the morning again. But we sort of fixed that thanks to DreamHack. We got the LAN center bit going on, and so all the PC players were in a LAN outside the practice room, and then the serious practice hallway, which worked surprisingly well considering it was a hallway. But that also took more people out of the practice/casual room, which meant it cooled down again. So
yeah.
I think the hallway really worked, and we should really thank DreamHack.
Definitely having DreamHack.
Some official way or form that they just...
They really helped us out a lot.
Yeah.
It was a big help having, these 10 competition spec PCs that we could LAN up together that had experience at live events. I mean, we were at DreamHack and we saw them there being played by all the pro gamers there. So huge thanks to them. Hopefully we get them again. It will be very nice.
We'll see what condition they're being returned.
But if you watch the Half-Life 2 stream or the SWAT stream or the Left 4 Dead stream, you can see
the LAN center.
That's also something new that we tried, is that we actually remotely stream. So the LAN, people could always install, get comfortable on the PCs and everything, and when they're ready, we just do the stream from there, and they don't have to move, and it's just...
That was another new thing, and it worked really well.
It worked really well.
It was trying to keep people quiet in the room. They did that too, mostly. They need to be yelled at once or twice, but to have the 6 PCs there together, usually 5 or 6, and RMTP server straight to here, it seemed to run really well as far as I could tell. And the other thing was, we had 4-player PC runs that were set up, in 10 minutes, 5, not even taking forever,
Yeah.
Normally at events like this, PC stuff is a huge deal, and the fact that the tech crew managed to actually do that, sort it out, and get it working so well was very impressive. So there's that too. We would like to ask DreamHack to give us better keyboards, though, if they're going to give us stuff. These flat Dell keyboards are...
amazing to write on. I love them.
Look at this. And the same goes for the mice too. I know, I guess it wouldn't be a problem because pro gamers will bring their own mice, but I tried to practice Left 4 Dead using the provided mouse, and it's got a DPI of about 400. My mouse at home is a DPI of 2,400, and it's like... felt like I was playing. Felt like I was playing Quake,
You scrubs! I just played Tech War with a wireless Logitech keyboard. That's like the cheapest option you can buy from the market, and it's really mushy and squishy.
But that game's old. That game doesn't have
No, I rely on the every movement happens there.
Wow. So the other thing, the bonus stream. Are we bonus streaming in here as well or not?
I don't know.
No.
I guess no, maybe.
No, I guess
maybe pirate stream.
Maybe a pirate stream in here.
Probably pirate stream.
Yeah.
Bonus stream and bogus stream.
Yeah, bogus stream. Nice. So we can see that. One thing at the venue we would like fixed, Edenal, is Wi-Fi.
Well,
we could get better Wi-Fi.
No, you're not. You're not gonna get your Facebook or Twitter updates. You're just gonna.
Dude, I wasn't doing it. My phone's here. You can see how few tweets I sent over the course of the marathon. It's like none.
That's because we control you.
We
control your Twitter addiction.
After all this bitching about Sweden sucks, why do you have a Swedish girl?
That's because Cool Kid and Rich said it there.
Oh right, they said it there.
They did.
Right.
I don't like her. I don't like her anymore because she has a nasty tattoo down there, and it kind of ruins the illusion, So. I asked them to change it, but they didn't get around to it. So the bonus, we're going to do that. Hopefully, the other thing we tried to have was more long games. A lot of these events have shied away from long games, and we thought, we got two streams. Hey, maybe a long games can work. We can do that, and hopefully they did well. Tales, long game, 7 hours. San Andreas, long game, 6 hours. Final
Fantasy 4,
Final Fantasy 4, Golden Sun, all these ones. So hopefully those went, were appreciated and did well. Hopefully we covered a lot of stuff. I haven't seen anyone sort of saying, oh, you didn't have any of this type of game or any of that type of game. So I think our spread was pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
But then again, we're limited to what's being offered.
Yes, we very much are.
It's not. I've seen people complaining about, oh, why isn't Cosmo here? Why isn't this guy here? Sorry for calling someone out.
Yeah, it was. Why didn't they invite Cosmo? Is what the comment was. Why didn't we invite Cosmo?
He just isn't welcome here.
We just don't like him.
Yeah.
No, it's just stupid, you know. I mean,
there's so many misconceptions about these events.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to disparage over time on this second stream. You know, why would we pay? No one gets paid to come to these things. You know, everyone makes their own way here, and the games we get are the games that are suggested. I mean, we have sort of, hey, why didn't you do this game instead of this game, and all that sort of thing. It's well, the guy dropped out, you know. What happened to Spyro? Oh, the guy dropped out, you know. Where'd all these go? So, a few of the scheduling conflicts were due to these last-minute dropouts having to be fixed. I believe at one point today we had Final Fantasy VII and Kingdom Hearts 2 going on at the same time.
Yep.
And that was an accident, just how the streams worked out. By the time you get to the end, we're not going to delay one or something just so that they're not matched up with each other, but that was just due to one stream being a bit late and one being early, I think it was, and they overlapped a bit, or one being late. You know, the blue stream was late and the yellow stream was a bit early, so they overlapped a bit, but hey, we're not going to say to Kainos, oh, can you sit here and do nothing for an hour and a half so it doesn't overlap, but generally the schedule ended up, I'm amazed how it ended up not clashing even when we were behind and trying to catch up. So there were points when blue stream was an hour and a half behind and yellow stream was 10 minutes ahead, but they still didn't clash with one another. So that was a miracle, I think. Yeah.
In general, how do you know how far behind we were when we were the most behind?
2 hours on swap.
Yeah, but
and now
I
think we were about 50 minutes behind before SWAT started.
Yeah.
The setup took like 40-50 minutes or something like that.
The most behind we got was we were an hour behind on yellow at one point and 2 hours behind on blue at one point. But by the next morning, before the power cut, we were caught up on both streams. So we were never behind for that long. That was a lot of whipping people into shape, a lot of kitchen timers, and the occasional cutting of open blocks, which was sort of had to be done. That was one thing. Without these open blocks, we could have been really, really far behind, so shout outs to that. But the amount of times we caught up just purely by the stream running well and runners doing well was very good. We'll probably take a closer look at estimates next year for the runs. So some of them, like the GTA Vice City estimate was 1 hour 45, which while he can get a run under that, like that's real tight. A good run is 138 or below, and so unless he was going to get a world record, it was going to be really hard to keep up with that one. So we'll do that. I know the 120 star as well was the same deal. It was a 2 hour estimate, and one of the runners, you know, some of the runners are 155 averages, so we'll definitely do that one.
Something to be said about that and setup times.
Yeah.
The viewers might not know that we didn't actually get the DreamHack computers
until Monday, right?
Yeah, until
Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, I think it was like a few hours. Let's see. Me and Dexter went.
It was late Monday.
No, we came back during Zelda 2.
Right, so that was Monday.
So we got them a few hours after the blue stream started.
Yeah.
Had we had them
from the start,
we were supposed to have them earlier, but due to scheduling conflicts, we were unable to get them. So we had to drive to another convention and actually pick them up before their convention ended.
Yeah, it'll be interesting seeing one there to have a.
If we had them at the start, we could have prepared them and saved a lot of time. And the same thing with consoles, which is something we're looking into for future events.
It would be nice to have our own consoles.
Yeah, we're looking into providing our own consoles, have them modded, have them standardized, and just have everything ready to go. Chop.
And it went amazingly well without that. I'm just seeing there a schedule suggestion of having the real schedule and the updated schedule both available to people. Yeah. So you could see where we're meant to be, and
that shouldn't be too hard to implement.
No, that would be good to have like current and projected and actual, and then if people do want to watch a run and it's the schedule's been adjusted but we're back on schedule, they'll know when it could be, and then they won't miss it. So that would be a good idea. To answer the questions about the venue, this is a youth center normally.
Yep.
very fit us very well. The AC lack of was a touch of a problem, but luckily
Sweden don't have AC.
Yeah, luckily the Swedish weather sort of cooled down a bit.
But it spawned the water fights.
It did spawn the water fights and some amazing, an amazing set of lake trips as well.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Hovde for expanding. Every year we come back, they have new cool things for us to do. So the lake's awesome there. It's got the whole kitchen area, which is the best.
Okay, which one? Just go grab one.
Yeah. I wish every event we went to, or I've been to, all of them, DreamHack, Games Fest, GDQs, everything, I wish they all had a kitchen and a place to eat. That would be amazing. So it's really nice that we have one of those. I even think that should be something that should be prioritized in selecting venues for marathons, but you know, depends. And then we had the big practice room, was really nice, all this stuff, really great venue. It's really held up this year as well. It never felt crowded in here. So that's good too. And then House of Culture is a slightly different story.
It's probably the one over there.
I haven't been there yet, so, but I heard the stories.
We'll put it this way: the people here, our guys at the House of Culture, were brilliant. The sleeping hall was always silent except for the odd snorer and the odd, hey, where's my coat? It's over there. Okay, and that's it.
I lost my other shoe.
Yeah, exactly. There was very little of that, and we had a fire drill. Fire drill.
Yep.
And everybody evacuated immediately, and it was no problems there. Can't say the same for the security guy and the fireman who just left us without telling us what had happened and why. So I had to grab them. But yeah, so good venues, and that's 2 fire alarms, 2 events I've been to this year. So this one...
Wasn't there a fire alarm last year as well or something? Or am I just mixing up?
I don't think so.
You're mixing up.
Okay.
There was one at AGDQ this year during a run at 4 p.m.
All right.
Interestingly, I believe that one was due to people smoking in the stairwell. Our one was due to a shower being too warm. So wasn't our fault. We were very kindly told by the House of Culture that they won't charge us because they knew it was faulty. So how kind of them for that one. But yeah.
That's it for you, Flicky.
Yeah.
Freaking diva requiring hot showers.
Oh yeah, I feel sorry for the guy who was in there. Like, but yeah, it's a good venue. We had some hiccups along the way. They took our showers away yesterday too, but we won't moan about them anymore. So yeah, I think it was a success.
Definitely.
We'd like more Americans and Australians and so on next year.
Definitely more Aussies.
Yeah, more Aussies. We had one AMVX this year, and we had Bloody Biscuits, also an American. Any Americans thinking of coming, for God's sake, book your tickets like
early on.
Not the month before. I don't know. And this goes for everybody. If you're thinking of traveling, book your tickets early, and don't assume it's going to be like €2 a week before. So
yeah, because the prices just keep rising, and it's
They go
pretty
up.
much supply and demand at that point. When it
Yeah.
gets to the late, they know they can charge.
They can charge whatever they want.
Yeah.
You know. Flights that are 30 €30 return become, €300 return like a week before. So
Yeah.
yeah. Aside from that, I mean, everything went pretty well. People obeyed the rules. Runs were good.
Yeah, I mean, people just got along great.
Yeah.
We have
Even with
hardly any rules.
even with
Just
2 or
context.
3 times the
Yeah.
amount of people
Yeah.
in here,
Yeah.
things went really well.
I can't imagine. I can't not imagine. I can't remember any single drama.
Yeah, the closest there was one drama that wasn't here. It was elsewhere and not actually really anything to do with us, just people who were here. So that's a drama, which I will tell you about because you're going to find this very interesting. But
Nice.
Oh,
nothing-
you was it yesterday in the bar?
No. It was a few days ago.
It
near
was
the
when
start.
Dexter went around with the pink.
Yeah. And aside from that, the worst I saw is someone touched someone on the head with a bottle and they got a bit annoyed.
Oh.
But they weren't fighting or arguing. That's the worst drama I saw. So even like with the lack of rules, our rule sheet was about less than half a page. So I'm
Don't
very
do
happy.
stupid stuff.
Yeah,
Be nice.
don't be a dick.
Be in time.
Yeah, be on time. So we're happy. I mean, everything went really well. It was super affordable. I paid €40 for this whole thing. Whether it will be €40 in the future is a different story, but I mean, It's great. Lots of cool people here. Lots of great runs. Lots of great tech stuff. Lots of great movies.
Even more to come.
Even more great movies to come.
I saw people asking in the chat about ESA being twice a year. That's impossible.
Yeah.
Since
it would have to be someone comes up and says, hey, can I host an ESA style event and do it at this time in this place? Like that's the only way there would be another ESA twice a year. As much as we'd like to run it again with all the tech knowledge we have now, do a second run, reset the marathon and start again. We're not gonna, that'd be horrifying, but yeah.
If someone is really serious about hosting an ESA elsewhere, be it France, Germany, whatever, we have a lot of equipment. We can just ship it to you.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're all about.
Yeah.
We want to share everything we got here, because in the end, most of the equipment we have here has been paid for by the attendants.
Yeah.
The streaming computer, video scalers, microphones. If someone is really interested, feel free to contact some of us.
Please use it, because we when we're not, you can use as long as we trust you, and we're making a grand total of barely any euros profit from this. I think we have a bit for new tech stuff coming out, and none of it's going in my pocket, annoyingly.
Basically, a lot of the profit goes to actually storing the equipment the rest of the year.
And then anything else goes on making it cheaper for the attendees next year. So that's one of the reasons why we got it.
Yeah, maybe it's like cheap. A slight buffer here and there. But
a little buffer, no more than like €1,000. It's not much.
Yeah, pretty much. If nothing else, it's going to come out of our own pockets.
Yeah, our finances are all out there. If you want to talk about finances, you can. I don't know why you would, but if you do, they're there. But yeah, also as well, any other marathons, if you're running a marathon, you wanted to ask us how we did certain things, we'll happily help you out. A good chunk of this, one of the reasons we were so experimental was we were hoping that other marathons might see it and pick it up and see what's a good idea. Like the big events, while this is the third biggest marathon event and the biggest one in Europe by far. The big events, if they see something they like here, they're happy to take it on. We want that to be better too. You can use the timer idea, and
you just have to pay Flicky a slight amount.
So I'll mail you these timers if you want. But speaking honestly, tech has been very slow at other events, and timers worked scarily. We're going to toy hopefully in bonus stream with some alternative ideas for splits. Some guys here suggesting things, saying, "Why have you never done this?" And we just thought, don't know, never thought of it. We had questions, why aren't there 2 W splits for races? And the answer was, I don't know. Why don't you use splits for the races so you can see exactly how far behind someone is? Yeah, that's a really good idea. Why don't you? So, we're happy to take any suggestions, and any other marathons are free to borrow from us, and we'll share.
I think that's it for the next year. We already had the idea, and we're kind of disappointed that we couldn't implement. The big red button for the runners.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that in the car.
We wanted
to make a big red button. The cheapo model is just get a USB numpad and put a big ass red button. And map the 5 or whatever to the
W split?
Yeah, so the runners can just boom!
That would be great.
When they're done, they can just reach out for the button and push.
That'll be great.
With the watermelon.
Damn. Okay, shit. See, this is it. We're progressing.
Yeah, okay. No
Let's
more red
reset
button.
the marathon.
We should have the watermelon open so you can just smash it. Or a tomato and the meat.
Until one guy is just explodes. But yeah, that's the sort of thing. All these little ideas as well. When we're focusing on tech, getting schedule running, and all of these things, it's very hard to think of stuff like what W split should do and stuff at home, and it's very difficult to think of what the viewer at home is watching. So any stuff like that, please tell us. I feel like the W split thing was a real just
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were discussing it backstage, the one thing that keeps us from actually doing it is that the overlay is already set.
Yeah.
If we could if we thought about it before, we could simply have made room in
Just
the
get
overlay.
Robo to make one. Get Robo to make you an overlay.
Yeah, he's good at that, I
In
heard.
Paint.
That was mine actually.
Oh, it was yours?
Yeah,
oh,
Sonic.
Sonic, yeah.
There
And-
he is. He's in the chat.
And the,
Speaking of the devil.
The AGDQ airport
wait.
overlay was
May I
especially
just
good.
interrupt you? Avok here in the chat, he's the guy who made the overlays.
Oh, okay.
So you
good
should
job.
all follow him.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
And
were beautiful.
Give
beautiful.
him the deepest appreciation for those overlays.
Flags would be cool.
Flags?
I like the idea of having a flag for where the runners are from. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we were actually
Everybody would
we were
just have
discussing
Mongolia
that.
or something like that.
Yeah, they would. but
That's something we
easily
could like
change it.
implement. I don't know how we're going to implement that with.
Well, there are open source with the program. Do you mean?
Yeah.
Can you not do an insert link? There are open source flag icons they use
But
on.
don't you pretty much recognize from the accent where he's from?
Yeah, well, not a lot of people do. Like some of us might, but others, it's not too obvious. Especially some of the people here with really good English. Their accents are pretty good. I'm going to stop people asking Adam where the hell he's from, which is, yeah. You can have a giant. Oh, you should have a giant W for W split or something.
But we don't use W split.
Oh, do we not? What do we use?
Live
Live
split.
split.
Oh, sorry. You can have a giant live.
Live. We could just have the live split logo.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the generic?
It's probably just a lowercase L in a box.
No, it's just. I think it's just a generic C# whatever logo.
Oh, right. Like all IRC chats are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, feedback. That's good. Get us feedback. Throw it over. I think we might try and there's stuff from before the marathon and after the marathon we really are aware we did wrong, but as much feedback as possible. I know the website could have been done earlier, and there's reasons for all of it. It's not just us being lazy, but there's stuff we could.
The four-player layout, for example, in Half-Life 2, like we found out 2 hours before
Yeah,
the
that
run
was
or something.
the 4-player layout was made purely for 4x3 games.
Yeah.
So
and
that's no fault to
it worked.
the,
Yeah.
to the
Oh no.
graphics designer
It
at
worked
all.
really well for the NES games I saw on it.
Yeah, I think
looked great on it.
Me and Oasiz were discussing this in the car when we bought these CRTs. That it works. Oh no, it was me and AMVX this morning.
Yeah, but I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the 4-player races works really well with old games because the character is so big.
Yeah.
I mean, Mario is really big compared to. And there's no
the
real
crosshair
details.
on in Left 4 Dead. Yeah.
There's no real details, so it just works out well with even a small viewport.
Yeah. Just
Apparently, we have the developer of LiveSplit on the chat as well, so we can
cool.
just ask.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Hey, nice live split thing.
Man, we should do this more often.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, we should. You get people on there. Just a little thing. Just the PB World Records thing. We get asked a lot. It's so hard to compare a marathon run to a world record run in a majority of games. There's very few where you'll ever get close to one.
Oh, it's really Nordic. You're Swedish.
I know. I've been told I should be in Big Bang Theory. I'm Canadian. I'm Nordic. So, but
everything's legit.
like the PB world record thing. The problem is anything can happen in these runs, and if you only see the time and compare the best time to the current time, people will get turned off and think, oh, he's 4 minutes behind, when actually it could not be their fault or it could be entirely normal. So marathon running and world record running are different things. That was something we sort of showed off in the ILs blocks. We had a few IL runs being done here. So
It's the Decklink one. You should use the Decklink. Or which HDMI port are you using? Are you using the Decklink camera?
Let's do this simpler.
Okay. We can keep going, I guess.
yeah,
Just keep on going.
another thing for next year is we'd like to clone Oasis. To have 2 or 3 more Oasises around would be
Yep.
very good.
Yeah, composites.
Um,
Composites, all right.
AMVX has some real grand ideas for how to.
Box. Has he told you
Yeah,
about the box?
the magic box. I actually have I'm gonna order a Extron big ass scaler. It has 7 inputs.
Nice.
It does composite S video, RGB,
Oh, damn.
PC resolutions, whatever. I'm gonna buy one of those and try it out. See what it actually does.
Yeah.
About PB World Records.
Yeah.
I had an idea how to do it kind of the middle way.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the estimates are generally including setups.
Yes.
And the estimates are not very representative.
Yeah.
Maybe what you could do is you can have the estimate and you can have the
goal time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's implemented in the software, but we didn't use it. So you could
you can test that in OpenStream.
But I
In
guess
bonus.
in order to have it to work properly and be representative, we should kind of have it in the overlay as well.
Oh yeah.
But you can have estimate, and then you can have goal time.
Yeah.
So
that
for
would
instance,
be good. That would be good.
say DuckTales, the world record is 7:15.
But
The runners are really good.
Yeah.
You could have the goal time be 8:30.
Yeah.
And the estimate be 15.
Yeah.
That would be representative of the run and whatnot.
Yeah. The thing is with the world record PB thing is, I completely understand as a viewer, especially the kind of viewers who would watch just the marathons, because these are big events. World records would be super interesting and they're very useful. It's fact finding. It's really nice to know what the world record in a run is, but we just think it would be negative overall. It would just affect us too negatively for us to implement it. And that's something shared by a lot of marathons. I mean, maybe we'll try it one time. Like, it's probably worth trying out to see if people care about the world record. But maybe the thing I feel my expectation would be if it says world record, 10 minutes 20, okay, and the guy's at 11 minutes 10, or he goes over at 10 minutes 20, a lot of the casual viewers, guys just tuning in would think, not worth watching. I mean, open question for people in the chat, how many times have you gone into a stream, especially of a big streamer that you might not generally watch, looked at their splits, seen that they're red and left? I will tell you, it's a lot. I do it as well myself. If I see a big streamer on, I say, I wonder how they're doing. Oh, they're behind, no matter, So
yeah, you can see it. I guess all the guys streaming, it yourself. You can, if you stream a decently long game, say 30 minutes or whatever, and you can see that your viewer count is steadily climbing when you have a good run going.
Yeah, exactly. And then
when you're done, they drop.
Yeah. So that's our thing. I mean, we're well aware of how nice it would be, but we think it would be damaging. Yes, if there's a world record and the guy's on pace, it's going to be super hype.
And that's 1 in 100, 1 in 200 runs, basically. And
the only way I would suggest that if someone thinks they might get world record, they should have their own private splits, so they can say, "Oh my God, I'm on world record pace," and update as they go. So
someone might want to do have actual splits.
Yeah,
if we implement the big red button, we can actually have splits.
Yeah.
Marathon splits and whatnot. Adding 2% of the time or something.
Well, you can get live split on that on Android, right? I think a few of the timing programs, at least, you can get on Android, and especially I would maybe even if you can't now, by next year I probably could. But the runner could be timing their own splits on Android, and then saying, "Oh my God, he's 10 seconds ahead," then people can get hyped. So trying to get the best part. So a lot of questions with world record PB, but it's up to the runner to say it. And if the runner says my world record is this, it's not a big deal if they're going over. But if it's literally on the screen in a big box, or even in a small box saying this is the world record, no one's going to get if someone ever gets like a Mario 120 star world record in a marathon, one, the internet would explode, and two, I'd eat my kitchen timer, which has nail varnish on it, so it would kill me. It's just not going to happen. So,
especially with really competitive runs.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the world record runs you see on marathons, they're generally either co-op runs, and where the runners have actually not had so many attempts, and they just improve.
Yeah,
generally,
exactly.
They improve their personal best, but it's still not a good run.
Well, last year, I got 2 world records in the 2 runs I did because they were both co-op, and we didn't have much time to practice them. So it's kind of off there. I saw someone in chat say that if you have world record on stream, it's going to look like the goal is to beat the world record, which isn't the case, and that's going to be misleading as well. So, And you know it, if people get near estimate, the chat are saying, oh, you know, not good. If someone goes over world record, you will get chatters who are going to say, wow, this guy's bad, you know, because they don't quite understand how it works. So we did ask American runners, of course, not individually, but everyone's welcome. Anyone can come to this. So, yeah.
We should give a quick shout out to the NLG guys,
Yes.
who's been here for the past 2 Oasiz,
Yep.
and they host monthly events.
They do indeed.
I'm not sure exactly what their channel is. I think it's the NLG
I think it's
underscore
NLG
organization.
I think so.
Meridian Prime is one of the guys. Could you just link it to the chat?
I think it's organization with an S spelt the
Okay.
right way. But
So you guys should follow them if you're interested in marathon like. There you go.
events. Yeah, there you go. We'd like more of these meetups
Yeah.
going on around Europe. Would be really great, but they can be hard to organize. I've done a few at my house, but it's not my house. It's my parents' house, so it's not easy to get done. But there used to be some Ludendi ones here, but the House of Culture, I think they might, rumors they might start up again, I've heard, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
We can also give you mention that the DreamHack's gonna happen again.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, in some way or form.
Where, in winter or summer?
Yeah, winter.
Yes.
You wanna go?
Yes.
Okay,
I haven't
you-
been to DreamHack Winter yet.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That would
So-
be great.
That's gonna be hopefully something like last year, but definitely not 24-hour
No,
marathon.
no. That
We're-
was another really cool experiment. If any of you guys saw DreamHack, Dream Arena, big arena for that, and it was really cool. There's also rumors another big LAN event is looking into getting a speedrun event similar to the Dream Arena at
Which one?
DreamHack. I don't know if I
It's
can
just a
say.
rumor. Okay, sure.
I don't know if I can
you can
say,
tell me
but
later.
it's a big LAN event that happens in the UK.
Oh.
And if you know anything about big LAN events in the UK, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. So,
Sitting here behind you and laughing, and I'm totally clueless.
so yeah, maybe. Hopefully, I haven't jinxed the chances of that happening. So, I guess just keep supporting speedruns and
Yeah, the best thing you can do is watch streams,
Yeah.
run yourself,
Yep.
join the community.
join the community and support European streams. European more stuff. Yeah.
Anyway,
There's one other thing. Do
Go
we going to
ahead.
wrap up?
no,
Okay.
not yet.
I had one other thing I wanted to mention, which was the whole vibe of this stream was not about the donations as well. And I don't know how well that came through, but it worked for us. I don't know if it was any more or less enjoyable to watch without donations for people. Like, there were donations, of course, but this event was, let's have a big multi-game, multi-marathon community event for all our runners, and why not make it donations? You know, we can do some good for charity while we're having fun. So it was a different sort of goal on that, and it's wondering, it'd be interesting to hear feedback about whether that came through, that sense came through, and whether it made it more interesting or less interesting or exactly the same. I remember for previous ones, I've seen one of the dreaded comments alongside the why didn't they invite Cosmo comment, which was, oh, ESA only raised X dollars, it was a failure. So, you know, interesting comment, but like it'd be interesting to hear about the donation side of it, if people were happy about it or less happy and so on. So obviously it might not change what we're going to do, but I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah, we're discussing adjusting donations for next year in some way or form.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe having more. Actually,
Can't stop
having
playing with this chair.
no, keep going. Like having open polls for donation incentives. So everything doesn't have to be about donating dollars. It could be about the majority, what they want.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool.
That would be cool.
Or something like, if this tweet gets 500 retweets, we're gonna do this and that on the stream.
It would be very interesting to integrate. We had the start of Twitter integration to this marathon with the tweet comments.
Yep.
Would really be nice to really implement Twitter, because anyone who is maybe a casual viewer of speedruns might not be a Twitter fan. But Twitter and Twitch, the two Twas, are like basically the websites for speedrun stuff and information. The amount of speedrunners on Twitch that tweet and follow each other and send messages and make announcements on that. We'd like to get on that. And not only would that be great for us to maybe get more out there in Twitter's land, but also for our runners who want the followers, so they can tell. Like, one of the main reasons people use Twitter is because the Twitch emails, so when you go live, aren't as accurate as the Twitter tweet. When the tweet goes out, usually you get an email like half an hour after you get the tweet. So it would be really good for that one to get followers on Twitter and Twitch. Really, as much as it seems like just a social network, blah-de-blah, childish thing, it's actually very, very helpful and beneficial if we can get Twitter working well with the speedrun stuff.
Planks just showed here
he did.
that the Twitter. And it works really nice.
Yeah, the two twiz.
The two twiz.
Twiz. So...
and another great thing about Twitter is that you don't actually have to be a member to read it.
You don't have to sign up.
It's not like Facebook where you have to have an account and be logged in and join groups and whatever.
Just read Robo's message there.
He's such a silly guy, that man.
Cosmo is actually busy with his US tour after he finished Ocarina of Time speedrunning once and for all. His agent has agreed to set up an interview to try and get a meeting so that Cosmo might possibly hear about the possibility of being invited to ESA 2017.
I don't think there's any truth to that statement.
No, there is absolutely none, but very good. Oh, dear.
I was going to say something else. What was the chat saying? ESA 2015.
Yes, ESA facts. I'm just saying hashtag ESA facts.
Man, I need to get a shirt with ESA facts.
Yeah.
ESA 2015 will definitely be in Skövde. We're not moving anywhere.
No.
Maybe another venue.
There were rumors before, but changed, I think, after this one, during this.
I mean, when there were rumors, I think the rumors were referring to maybe something like ESA Winter.
Yes.
Or ESA Spring or ESA Autumn or something like that. But ESA Summer or the next iteration of this event will definitely be in Skövde, nowhere else.
Can we have an ESA Autumn which is in just beautiful like English woods or something, or any country where you get the beautiful orange leaves and they fall down, and just have it outside?
Well,
think of the color schemes. Think of all the beautiful overlays we can make to contrast with the dying leaves and everything. That'd be great.
Or we can just have it in Sweden during the winter, and we can have real snowball fights.
Oh my God, yes!
Don't eat yellow snow.
No. Can we have it in like Slovenia or something so we can go skiing?
So you mean where there's going to be like no gaming? Everyone's going to go ski?
No, come on, a bunch of these guys skiing. Are you serious? Like,
I ski.
Yeah, I ski too. Yeah. I know Plank skis. His ID is about skiing, but have it outside with the snow and the skiing, and we could be, hey guys, what are you doing today? Whoa, we're going skiing. Dude, that would be so good.
You know, we can just buy a super expensive projector and project the...
onto the mountain.
Snow. There we got it. Boom.
Okay, ESA Winter coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
ESA Antarctica, I like that.
That would be so good. Now the chat, now everything's going to be disappointing after that.
Yeah, when we need to buy real big speakers and start an avalanche.
Yeah. There's one thing, have you got much more to say? I was thinking we could take some chat questions, because this would be a good time to...
Yeah, sure.
So if any chat questions, we have the chat right in front of us. If we miss your question, hopefully, you can...
Post it again.
We'll post it again, or Planks will save it for us, hopefully. But this would be a good time. I mean, I don't know how many times you get to have question and Q&A with the organizer of ESA. Edenal being the organizer, Oasiz being head tech along with Edenal, me being scheduling games person, and... what do you want to call what I did with people here, like looking after everybody?
I'd say you're like the producer.
Producer, yeah, that's producer. It, I like it, producer. So, yeah. And then obviously, it's a good time to thank all our staff. I'm going to forget some, but Bangero and Joker, who helped with the donation incentive schedule and everything. Svena helped with the schedule for a while and then stopped doing that, but thanks to him anyway. Nev did something, I don't know what. Lot Blind for all our food. Alco and Tom are in charge of donation incentives. Plank's not actually staff, but did so much tech, he practically is.
Well, he is tech crew.
He's tech crew.
He's MVP.
All the tech crew I can remember. Let's go. Maya, Rumiko, ladies first, of course.
Okay.
Planks, Jasper did a lot of tech.
CCYC.
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 No, it's Zizlol. Ziz is somebody else.
Norwegian,
it's a joke. Those guys all did really, really well.
And we got so much help from the guys at Bream, the eye
Yes,
tracking
the
guys.
Bream
They
guys.
were really
They
were,
did tech too.
Yeah,
I
they
saw
did a
them.
lot of tech here, especially at the yellow stream.
Yeah.
That sounds so dirty.
well,
Yellow stream.
Yellows. Yeah, that's all right. I will go to dinner. Where are you guys going? I'd love to get some food. Registration for ESA 2015. When did the ESA 2014 registration open?
Oh, March, February,
March something. February or March. We'll see.
March, definitely end of
yeah.
March.
Yeah. Can we get a roll call at the beginning of every run at next year's ESA? That would be good.
That's
if
a
we
good,
can,
good
yeah,
feedback.
because
post it in the thread.
it's really hard to tell when you're getting roll calls and when you're not, because when I look into the run, I know the names of 90% of the people in there, so it doesn't bother me. But roll call definitely would be a good idea to have. I missed that question; it just went past too quickly. Good sites and communities for newcomers in speedrunning. So there's SDA with the forums or SRL. The first suggestion I would make personally would be that you go to SRL to the Twitch pages and you just watch Twitch streams you're into, follow the runners you like, interact in chat that way. SDA forums are pretty good, but I would say it's not quite the easiest way to get involved. Twitch is a really good place to start. Like Twitch, some people don't like to admit this, but Twitch is pretty much the reason speedrunning has exploded so much, and it's a great place to start. Go to SRL or maybe Wooty, the SDA equivalent, or even speedruns.tv, somewhere like that. Check the Twitch pages and watch people, talk them. You can talk with the runners. If you're interested in a game, find a runner. If the stream's too popular and your Twitch isn't getting read, find someone who's streaming less. I will tell you, any runner who reads that you're interested in running will help you get into running the game. Definitely. Any of them. You ask Adam, who gets 4,000 viewers in GTA, if he sees your comment, he'll tell you where to go. Cosmo will, Sig will, all these guys, they want to help people. So say you're there and it's moving too quickly, check out the lower streams, check out the ordinary guys. The people getting 4K viewers are exceptions. They're still great runners and great guys, but they're exceptions to the rule. So you might be a bit misled because their chat's so big and they might not read you, but any runner, especially under 100, if they're running a game and you ask them to help you show your trick, they will. So I would say Twitch and Twitch groups would be great to start with. And
I just realized we forgot one person from the tech crew.
Oh.
This is embarrassing. AMVX.
Oh yeah,
Jeremy.
AMVX, of course.
He came from Australia.
Did a great job.
Yeah, and he did the audio setup. And I saw a question about audio normalization. And I personally believe, not biased at all, that this is the best marathon with audio so far.
Yeah, there's a few tweaks sometimes with the normalization that needs to be done, but anytime we have people listening non-stop on headphones and anytime chat come in and say, hey, this is quiet, this is loud, we have people reading it. That's another thing other marathons haven't had is we had people watching the stream here and they could just come up to us. I had a few people on the first few days saying, hey, chat is saying this isn't here. Oh, let's go fix it, you know. Chat is a good resource for that.
Shout outs to Black Magic, by the way. The capture card, it seems that it doesn't work anymore, so requiring yet another reboot, so we just decided to ditch it and go ghetto and just have a webcam on the full screen. So.
Nice.
Nice.
We've got, can ESA be longer?
Definitely not. I'd rather have it shorter, to be honest. The first.
If we're gonna, it was gonna be Sunday to Sunday, wasn't it? And now it's technically Sunday to Sunday, but as we went in, just those extra 12 to 24 hours were just proving so difficult, either to fill with runs or just to make sure we got tech for. The other thing is finishing on a Sunday means that if people have to work, you know, they can't get home necessarily if the stream. So Sunday to Saturday is a good length. There will always be bonus stream. When we got the 2 streams, you don't, like, as nice as it would be for this to go on forever, I remember at the first AGDQ we said we should do this all the time and just live off of it. And it would be amazing, but unfortunately it's just a lot of effort. So, especially as the longer things run, the more they seem to break, so yeah. Runner names on the schedule, that was it was not on the main schedule because we wanted to have both Blue and Stream next to each other, and it was the easiest thing to remove.
Yep.
But yes, we will fix that next year when we have a template for schedule. You know, we can easily make that better.
Well, the website in itself, last year it was just something we threw together, pretty much.
Yeah.
We just wanted it to work. And this year we actually had a very nice guy named Pack.
Yes. Hashtag GTA guy. He messaged us no, a month, 2 months before the marathon and said, hey, can I help with the website?
And he did the whole thing.
Yep.
And he was very helpful.
Very good
you
job.
can, if you go to the website, you can actually see in the bottom, website made by Pack.
Yep.
And you should go to that website and you should give him all the credit because
Yes.
he really deserves it.
Yeah, he really did a good job. Last minute stuff too. As for the names of the streams, I went away for a few days and came back to find that they wanted to name the streams the blue and yellow stream because of the Swedish flag. And by the time I got back, the schedule had been made and it said blue stream, yellow stream, and it was too late. So I will take full blame for that one. Although we did retroactively change it to be the European flag.
Yeah.
With the ring of stars. So it's not the Swedish flag anymore. It's the European flag, of course. So having the schedule highlight what is on and what's running now, that would be cool to see what.
Yeah. Tuplanola, I don't know. You should definitely send any one of us a message about that.
Yeah,
preferably on Twitter.
Do you know what would be really cool?
You know what?
Is we could get that with Twitter integration and have a bot that sends tweets to people when their run's about to go live.
Oh. Definitely gonna look at that.
If that could work, chat, you would love that, right? Come on, getting a tweet. Obviously, unless you're out on a date with somebody and then it's like tweet, oh shit, Majora's Mask go live, I gotta go, maybe.
That would not be impossible. Just tweet every follower to the
that would be
of the ESA account. Shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, that could.
Just it's gonna be annoying that your phone is gonna vibrate all night. With
with
beep,
tweets.
Beep beep.
No, live with Flicky. No!
Oh boy, Bayonetta. No, Flicky's doing commentary. No!
But yeah, Twitter integration, we're gonna expand that definitely.
Yes. We spoke a bit about, we think 2 simultaneous streams was a success.
Oh, there's the Shatner face.
Yeah. with some tweaks.
There we go.
And
you can't escape.
Hello. There should be 2 streams next year, I think is the plan. Maybe tweaked a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe changed a little bit, but yep, hopefully. We think we did an amazing job. I mean, again, I'm biased because I made the schedule, but I think this schedule was incredible, especially considering we had all this time to fill. There was rarely a game where I looked at it and I thought, nah, we shouldn't have put this in. So, yeah, that's good. That's for chat moderation. We weren't too sure about how much we were going to moderate chat. There's been, the thing is ultimately chat is there for certain groups. It will always shift whether one group is liking it and then going to the other group. We didn't want to over moderate was our thing. Maybe we did under moderate and we'll look into that, but
it's all,
the Bayonetta chat was not bad. It wasn't full of hate or anything. It was just bad. It was like there was no interesting discussion or anything going on, but the main thing was we didn't want to over moderate because
no fun. Hashtag no fun.
Hashtag no fun allowed. No memes. Hashtag no memes. You know.
And if you're focusing all the time on the chat, pretty much so like, what are you doing? And like you're supposed to watch the run anyway. So
I have to say that the chat during my runs were fantastic.
Yeah.
I could see the guys.
The chat during Left 4 Dead was really good too. The chat we had, I was reading it off the other monitor.
No, I have the logs anyway, so I can just read it.
Yeah. But when I said barely, I mean there wasn't really any games I saw that was bad. I meant at some marathons I've watched and I've just thought, why is this in? You know, honestly, like, who decided this was a good idea, that sort of thing. And maybe there were some more of those, and hopefully, you know, there weren't, or maybe 1 or 2, but I think it went very well.
Planks, the sun is trying to kill me again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. The thing with some of the donation comments we read is some of the times they were purposely, you know, negative, particularly the Dark Souls run. which we'll mention it didn't go well. Run-wise, went very overestimate, but people ran with it. It was we ran with the idea, and whether that was a good idea or not, but I think it went well.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
personally a fan of mercy killing runs just
Yeah.
because they're dragging over.
Yeah, we had to mercy kill Robo's run because Rick Dangerous is a very unfair game.
I think he did that like himself, right?
He did do that himself, but the thing is, we showed it off beforehand, so it worked out.
Yeah, that's a good idea about the stereo split for 2-player races.
Yeah, would that work?
No, it's a question. Can we get?
Yeah. Would it work?
Do you mean just put player 1 on left and player right on right?
Yeah, basically like the same as in the layout itself.
Oh yeah, sure. That shouldn't be any more than turning the knobs, the panning.
Just panning. Yeah.
Since we have TV1 and TV2 anyway.
That would be cool.
That's a good idea.
But it would also require more of the tech crew. Because every time you adjust something, especially on a mixer, you need to remember to reset it.
It needs to be on a spring, so you have to hold it all the time when the race is over. It's like, I'm gonna go back.
That would be another idea. Is that possible to have a small box on the splash screen showing what's going on the other stream?
Oh yeah, we were discussing that, and
Could be RTMP.
yeah, next time we should just RTMP everything all the time.
Yeah, not all the time. Don't RTMP the camera and the stream in the other room, otherwise it overheats and then we flicker all the time.
Oh, you mean on my laptop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one suggestion, Edenal.
Yep.
For donation people, can we have laptops that were made this decade?
No.
For the donation people.
No.
Well,
I'm typing on Alco's AZERTY keyboard with Qwertz layout, Qwertz input, and it's an IBM laptop where I don't even think it has a gigahertz processor. Then Tompa's got his old machine that barely
Flicky,
runs and overheats.
Flicky, it's just text.
It's just
you know what?
They wouldn't even load websites some of the time. Like, can we just get a gaming laptop and plug it in?
You know what?
I'll bring mine. I don't care. Like.
Yeah, no, you're just gonna watch YouTube videos then, like what you do all the time.
Yeah.
Eden wife is gonna donate her old laptop.
Who is?
My girlfriend.
Oh, Eden wife. Eden wife.
No, not yet, but
Oh.
Miss Edenal.
Miss Edenal.
Miss Edenal.
I was supposed to bring it this year, but we didn't really have time to cleanse it. It's already cleansed, but there might be stuff still on there.
You just take a magnet to the hard drive, it'll be no problem. That's one, yeah. The running game up next. We had that splash, didn't we? Did we have what's coming next?
Yes,
If
we
we
had
did.
that all the time during the
Guys,
setup.
24 hours seem to cause a lot of people to fall asleep. No.
What?
People need to sleep during the day.
Yeah, it did, but we can't do anything about that. We did have Games Fest finished, didn't it? It would go until about 3-4 in the morning, and then we left and then came back. That was nice, but I think we would lose too many viewers if we turned the stream off overnight.
Yeah.
Honestly, like.
Yeah, and there's the reason. For all the other countries.
The whole world can watch it, and it's the thing. It's a marathon, It's not a break. You don't take breaks, so.
And we watched it last yesterday. Like people can have fun in the back and stuff during the night. So.
Yeah. So yes, people fell asleep, but the no sleeping here rule was actually integrated pretty well this year.
Yeah.
I had a lot of grumpy people moaning at me when I woke them up at 5 in the morning to go tell them to go to bed, but.
Except Adam.
Adam, who would just immediately wake up and carry on doing whatever it was he was doing before he went to bed. He actually went to the House of Culture and slept, I think, twice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I still haven't been there.
No, I went there every night, so...
yeah, because Adam actually fell asleep during the runs, and
yeah.
like pretty much every run, even in the SWAT setup, you could see.
Yeah, during the setup it was just, I'm just resting my head here.
Yeah, Hakugai, we said, Hakugay, I don't know how to say that. We said on the schedule we could set it up so that you could just click the game and it would get a Twitch follow and you could get a tweet about when the run's going live. So, yeah, we did discuss it and it's a good idea. Like, just to make things is the thing that made Twitch and the Twitch made speedrunning so good because of Twitch is because it's easy to use. You go to Twitch and you click and that's it, you're watching. So we want to remove the as much badness from that sort of thing as many steps as possible, make it as easy for people to watch. One of the things we should have done this year, and we will make sure we get done next year, is to get the schedule out a bit earlier. Hopefully the more runners we have, the easier it will be to get the schedule out early. We had a lot of dropouts near the end, and
we're going to do something different about that. Probably have a
deposit.
Deposit fee.
Yeah, a deposit fee. So,
which is going to be probably paid like 3 months up before the event.
Yeah.
Deposit for everything, like broken microphone. You just want to commentate, well, €100 deposit
Yeah.
before you get a microphone.
Yeah. As for Platinum Games blocks being at a better time, we have a logic for when we put games, and midnight to 6 a.m. Yeah, so we had a logic. This started with ESA last year, where I was not making the schedule or anything, but we helped out. DR Sinj and I, who unfortunately couldn't come this year, but he came last year. He ran DMC3 co-op with me last year. We were at his house, practicing, playing games, having fun, when we saw the ESA schedule came out, and we looked at it, and I'll admit, this was the first draft, so it doesn't matter, for ESA 2013, and we said, what the hell is this schedule? This does not make any sense. We've got Metal Gear Solid at 11 in the morning, we've got DuckTales at 3 a.m. and it was a mess. It was all over the place. So we went through and we came up with a plan. I sort of built it, and Sinj didn't tell me it sucked, so I'm giving him credit for that one. Basically, it was going to be 6 a.m. to noon, short games, lots of short nostalgia NES, SNES games. The idea being, if you can only watch one run before you have to go do something in the morning, it's short and sweet. You probably won't be hanging around all morning. In the evening, you have more time to watch. So from 12 till about 6, we would have the middle tier in popularity and longer games. RPGs would go in that slot, and then games like Jak and Daxter, which they're not Super Mario, but they're great games. They're popular, but they're not that tier, as it were, in popularity. So those games would go in those blocks from 6 p.m. until 12 or 2, depending on the game, would be prime time. And so we would have a popular game. Mario Kart was a very good example, easing into something like Mario 64 or Zelda or GTA 3 or Vice City, something like that. And then as we went through the night, the games would just get a bit more adult, for lack of a better word. So Super Metroid would be after that, and those would run from 12 until 2-ish. And then from 2 until 6 would be the obscure or adult games.
Because GTA is a kids game, right?
Well, GTA is so popular it doesn't matter. I mean, I played that game when I was 12, so it doesn't matter. You know, I turned out somewhat okay. So that was the thing, and unfortunately, Platinum Games fits perfectly in the 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. block, because they're violent, bloody, and incredibly good games, but not hugely popular right now. Hopefully Bayonetta 2 solves that problem, fingers crossed. So we had a logic for when runs go, and I really hope other marathons pick that up, because I've seen some awful scheduling from every event. Every single event has had, why is this here? Why is that there? And hopefully there are not many examples of that. I'm sure some guy's going to say, wait, this run started at this time, but there was logic behind it, so yes. There you go.
You mentioned Games Fest before.
Yes.
That
was
I
cool.
just want to give a little bit of shout out to that. That's likely going to happen again.
Oh, cool. In Berlin?
Yes. If you are from Germany and want to attend a speedrunning event.
Yeah, we went.
Yeah, it was great.
Great fun.
It's going to be slightly different from what I've heard.
Okay.
It's going to be probably 24 hours.
Yeah.
Or at least streaming 24 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe 14, 16, 12 hours of speedrunning content, and then rock band the rest.
All right, cool.
Or, and it's going to be...
Or Blaze Blue, you mean?
Oh, okay, maybe, sure. Rick Dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that should be coming up, I think, next spring.
I'll be very excited. Yeah, April this year, it was really good. We met a bunch of the Germans there already.
I met Thiefbug and Chrism for the first time.
Thiefbug there, Heinke, who came.
Couch Guy.
Couch Guy, yes.
Yeah.
Burns and I saw him and I was like, ah! German Couch Guy! You're here! I asked him where German Cosmo was, and he said he didn't have the money, so...
Damn it, German
Damn.
Cosmo.
German Cosmo was great.
And New Dexter, of course.
Yeah.
We haven't really, pushed those new names.
No.
What Thiefbug? What was his...
Ricky is his real name.
No, I mean,
Oh.
yeah, I know. He had a lookalike. Who was that?
Oh, Thiefbug had a lookalike.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Or he's just Ricky.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
Ricky, yeah.
Ricky D.
Yeah, I read a thing. Oh yeah, about the scheduling as well is Americans were not considered for the scheduling of the game. We wanted to put this at a time for Europeans, halfly because no marathons do it for us, but nearly entirely because it was a lot simpler. Trying to think, how do we decide what should be prime time, what Americans would want to watch in prime time and what Europeans would want to watch, and then what happens if you're a European and we put Super Metroid at 4 a.m. because the Americans want to watch it, you know? It was too much to juggle, so we honestly didn't even try. Some people tried and I told them we're not going to anymore, and the schedules then were just so ugly. It was flipping a coin deciding, okay, like, who wants to watch this more, you know? And if we did that, the PC blocks would be 6 till midnight, and then the Nintendo blocks would be 1 a.m. till 6 a.m., you know? So we did it for Europe because, you know, you guys kind of deserve it for once. Yeah. Can we talk about what we will do between streams during setup next year? Do you mean like to fill on the screen, like splash screens, or do you mean
I think
tech?
I think he she means
He she.
it.
It.
Means
It is Belinda, which is actually a woman's name, but it's
Oh.
spelled slightly differently.
Well, we tried doing some fillers with before the Mega Man race,
Yeah.
because then we knew that we had to
We had
carry
to do a setup.
we had to carry 4 TVs in there,
Yeah.
and we
Ooh, a new
needed
message.
to. Yeah, we got one earlier too. We had to set up the scalers,
Yeah.
so it worked out really well.
Nachrichten. It's
And
Nachrichten
maybe
is
more of
messages.
that when we know.
Nachrichten is messages, if you want to look at it.
No, but
Oh,
it's someone else
sorry.
is locked in.
Like,
Okay.
Maybe we can do more of that.
Yeah.
Maybe, like you said, music. I
Yeah.
think the music worked
Music
really well.
worked. Some people were saying earlier some of them liked mics. They don't want the mics off, but sometimes we need the mics off when it's, hey, sit down, shut up, do the tag. So there'll be music or mics, I guess. But having the recap between there was like a hype. We summarized what had happened so far on the block and then talked about the big race, which if you didn't watch the Mega Man 1 race, get on those VODs.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
that was fantastic. A real European style thing, because we had the runners were from different countries, 2 Swedes, a Norwegian and an Italian, so everyone was cheering for the countries, you know, some national pride on the line there, which is something unfortunately America can't really do because they're nearly all, you know, American and then Canadians.
But there's
It's
been
not
a
the
lot of Europe versus Japan
yeah,
and
action
America.
like that. So
Like
yeah.
when Cypher took
Yeah.
the record back from Mega Man 2 and it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, America!
Yeah. A tour, we were sort of meant to do that, but we ended up not really having enough time to get a tour done to put on the thing. What there will be is hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow night at Sunday Sequence Break thing live on the Blue Stream, where we will do a tour now. I mean, it's over. The main marathon will be over by then, but you can get an idea of what it was like in the venue. We were fully meant to do that. I will admit I totally forgot that we were going to do tours.
I
and
didn't
not
forget,
sure.
but we didn't have time or
I'm not sure we
equipment.
really would have had time to put it in, but we really should, and I make sure we need to prioritize that next year.
We can probably just take a camera.
You can take a phone. you
Yeah,
know.
there's an actual real camera. We can,
Oh, really?
Yeah. We can take the camera and just go around and say, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Take shots of people's food and
Yeah.
blog about it.
How much would it? Yes. Is that
Yeah,
what you
we're
mean?
not really gonna put test videos on into blocks. It's not the same thing, really.
Yeah, yeah. It was. Would
Highlight
be
reel.
hard to put in. To create highlight reels to play during waiting. I think. I mean, it's possible, but I think it'd be a bit of a disconnect from the event.
And
If
we
you
also
cut away to a highlight video, you know.
We also kind of need access to the computer and
Mm.
set up the stream,
Yeah.
set up the previews.
Yeah.
And we can't really do that if there's a hype video running. We can't do audio checks
Yeah.
properly.
As for did we refuse any games, we rejected a bunch of games that we thought just wouldn't fit, or maybe the runners we didn't know well enough, or the times weren't good enough yet. So a lot of games get denied to everyone. Interviews with the runner, the recaps, we had runners in there, we did interviews with them then. We thought about doing proper interviews with the runner after their game and putting it on, but again, it was just kind of too busy for that. So we did a recap, and during the recap, like I did an interview with T-Dog during his recap. The thing is this may sound weird, but interviews with speedrunners aren't as interesting as you'd think they'd be. Because once you've heard a few, you've heard most of them. Like, there's not that many reasons that people get into playing video games. How did you get into this game? Oh, I saw a stream of it and liked it and practiced it, you know. So we can definitely do some interviews, and there were a few on the recap, but don't be surprised they're not quite as interesting as you thought it would be. There will be bonus stream after Majora's Mask is done. Well, not right after, but I mean sometime tomorrow we'll start the bonus stream.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Tonight
feel alive again.
Tonight is celebrating, you
Yep.
know, that we, well, fingers crossed, touch wood. It's probably wood.
No,
This is wood. Is this wood?
probably not.
No, that's
really.
plastic as well. Is there any wood in this room?
You know,
Fuck.
the chat
You
is-
you could go touch the donation PC.
Does cork count as wood planks?
That's would definitely share.
That one. This isn't wood. That's plastic.
Yeah,
No.
it's plastic.
But whatever, dude. Now we.
Here you go. That's definitely
Okay,
wood.
electric me. Okay, good. So, as you said, I don't think it's a good idea to reject games. If we didn't reject any games, the marathon would be about 3.5 weeks long. So we have to. So that was another thing we experimented with, was not PG-13. You know, the GDQ marathons have always got the don't swear, be this, do that, and we a lot less active on that. Our philosophy was treat people like adults and they'll behave like adults, which didn't work 100% of the time, but worked pretty well. Sorry, no clip. The guy doing the interview with Adam.
Oh.
You're heavily editing them and making them interesting, so yeah, we have to reject games. What was the thing I was saying? I was saying something else before I read No Clip's comment.
Marathon being 3.5 weeks long.
Yeah, I did say that, but I can't remember. Oh well, I don't know what I said. Oh, the swearing. So I don't know. I didn't see any complaints that runners were swearing too much or misbehaving or being childish. One of my philosophies, which I think we share, probably not you because you always contradict me when I say stuff like this, probably usually correctly, but was.
So do you mean I'm wrong then?
No, I want to see. Is the speedrun community is a community of communities, that everyone we're blessed is under one umbrella of the speedrun community. Each community has different behavior and style and fans and so on. So our thing is, yes, some people swear every so often, but there will be serious runs and there'll be less serious runs, and we just let it go. We don't want to go up to the serious runs and say, the more casual commentary and say, no, be serious. I'll admit, the only time I said that is I told God don't let anyone sing during Vice City. But I don't think...
You failed that one.
Yeah, well, whatever. But, so I think we didn't really mind too much about that, and I think that came across okay. Like, nobody
And just
swore a lot.
Gonna say in the middle, people, the marathon isn't over yet. You
Yeah.
should check the blue stream.
Yeah,
it's
go watch-
twitch.tv/Ludendi.
Yes.
This is just a yellow stream ending, and
Yeah.
back to Flicky.
Yes, of course. So hopefully that didn't, I didn't see anybody really swearing and cursing up a storm or saying stupid things. There was the odd off-color joke. I'll admit I made one or two, which were, just jokes, obviously. But I don't think we really upset anybody. That was another benefit of not representing a charity. I mean, we're not here wearing Doctors Without Borders badges on our shirts and anything. We're here to get them some money and just go for it. Have some fun. And happen to get some money. So
Props of being independent.
yeah, yes, exactly. So introducing tricks before going through short games. If the runner wants to do that, they can tell us in their estimate, and they're allowed to. The problem with it is, again, it adds time. So
Generally, the allocated time is allocated there for a reason.
Exactly.
We need to account for setup. We need to account, if it goes 5 minutes over, that can already accumulate. If everyone starts doing that, starts to accumulate really fast, and suddenly we're going to be 1 hour behind of the schedule.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, here's Pack in the chat.
Yeah, hey, Pack.
You should everyone follow him.
Yeah, check him out. He's a cool dude. He has stats there too. Only 52% of the marathon's viewers were native English speakers.
Yeah.
So that's good to hear. I'm glad. I I'd like that number to be a bit higher than GDQs, just so then hopefully it means we're getting more of the Euro crowd, which is what we'd like.
And there's a question of how much does it cost to arrange ESA? Less than the AGDQ mixer. That's it.
Yeah, it was.
And shout out to Pac, by the way. He made the website.
Yeah.
So
Definitely. We had
big thanks to him.
that's where he got the statistics.
a lot of volunteer work, a lot of heavy volunteer work. A lot of the tech, Edenal and Oasiz and a lot of our guys are big tech dudes on their own. So if we say, man, we need a mixer, Oasiz would say, oh, I just needed an excuse to buy a new mixer or something. So there you go. Blue and yellow again was, somebody said Swedish flag, but we changed it to European flag. Pac has the statistics, I think.
97.3%.
Yes,
Someone's been watching How I Met Your Mother, I guess.
Sloop, calm down, all right? All right.
Edenal is hungry. Where are you going, by the way?
I don't know where we're going. We'll go somewhere good. Oh, I think we're going to the grill. The grill? The grill.
Damn it!
Really?
Did we miss Batman?
Oh, no,
they were doing Strider.
Okay, we missed Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's Marvel? We're doing a Street Fighter and a BlazBlue tournament. BlazBlue has literally been played more than Melee in the last 48 hours. I'm not even kidding. BlazBlue ran non-stop for about 20 hours yesterday. And Melee keeps stopping a bunch of casual Melee players, you know. So yeah, I played a lot of fighting games this year. There you go, that will answer that question. How did this ESA compare to previous years? Way more fighting games. Yeah, but I think in feel, this year, only a tiny bit different because there were more attendees, but still felt.
I think it worked really well because
ESA-wise.
even during outside of the prime time, we actually had people hanging around. So
yeah,
it
a lot
as
of
empty.
chilling out, a lot of people having fun. It felt really similar to last year. There was some really, like a lot of organized stuff going on this year, and I would say that
There
was
was a Mario Kart tournament.
we had a Mario Kart 8 tournament, Smash tournament, yeah, big
Shaq Food tournament.
Shaq Food tournament, Windjammers tournament. We got Mystery tournament going on tomorrow. Tonight is BlazBlue. Oh, I was meant to organise that and it's 8 p.m. Oh shit. BlazBlue and Ultra Street Fighter tournament. So tonight there's all these things going on. Like that was one big thing. A lot more organisation. A lot of this is something that happened at AGDQs as well as more and more of them happen. More people leaving the venue and exploring around town. People going to the lake to hang out. People going shopping, going out for dinner. So. Definitely that, but it felt very similar to last year. Quite a lot of people were worried, you know, oh, it's getting bigger, and it still felt like ESA.
We should actually advertise the lake and stuff a little bit more next year even.
Yeah, I would take video down there and film.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Majesty. Yeah, that's the mixer.
It's Mate SJ. It's Pipe's brother.
Oh, yeah. That was the mixer I was referring to.
Yeah.
And there was a question. Yeah, who won Batman?
I don't know.
They were saying it just ended 11:13:08, which is a pretty solid time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here's Yoka. Who won Batman?
Dexter wrong.
Oh.
2 seconds.
No, Joker glitch?
No.
Okay. Bad bricks or...
Infested was in the lead till the last boss.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Dexter somehow catches up
So
all the time.
he finally won a race then?
Yeah.
Dexter.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, there you go. There's the chat.
Yeah.
Yay.
How proud are we of how the event went?
Super.
Super proud. I
Couldn't
would
be
give
more
myself a 9 on the pride scale just because I'm disappointed I didn't think of the timer thing sooner. That's it. And I don't know where my balloon, or I don't know what happened to them.
Yeah, you're not allowed here.
You know, I'm not even coloured on that spreadsheet.
You're not?
I'm still white, yeah. So
I think it went really well. Like considering that we had so many setbacks
Yeah.
tech-wise, like
And-
stuff that wasn't supposed to happen, stuff that was tested so much in advance,
And
but
it's
still
still
things
messed
fail,
up.
and we
And then
managed to work it
even
out
with
really
all
well.
the problems and the people acted like adults behaved, you know, the fire alarm, everyone just evacuated, no complaints, no arguments, no yelling, just did it. Games going on. My main thing is the fact that even when we were behind, we caught up. I don't know how many marathons have been knocked back so much because of, honestly, bullshit, and then managed to catch up again, you know. And all the runners were so happy to make compromises in that. We had to move 2 runs to this stream because we were ahead on this stream but behind on the blue, and the runners did it no complaints, no problem. They're always happy to do everything. So we do have a That's Never Happened Before counter. It's on the blue stream.
Yeah, we can probably get a picture
If you
of that
ask on
later.
the blue stream what the count is right now, I'm sure someone will tell you.
And we're probably going to show it like once the stream is actually over.
Yeah, exactly.
looks like Majora's Mask is just setting up.
Cool.
Blue.
That's our finale game.
That's so high.
4-player.
Co-op.
You guys should definitely check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Should we just take a few more questions and then
Yeah, I
hold
think
that?
that's good.
Okay.
Most fun?
Blaze Blue.
No, infested pulling his calf in the lake.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Me, Dexter, and Infested were there throwing a ball for an hour.
Yeah.
And then suddenly Infested just screamed, "Ah!" and he pulled his calf. And he was like lying in the water. Oh, I can move, I can move, I can move.
Wow. Yeah, the lake was awesome.
The lake was great.
really great. We went there 2 days in a row. So yeah. What was the viewer peak? I think.
Dark Souls 1?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
I saw
the highest peak. I checked the stats and it was
Spackle.
13.7k.
Wow.
Might have been. It was pretty early.
Yeah.
I know Zelda.
Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zelda 2 had 11k, I believe.
Nice. Yeah.
It started off
Oh,
great.
jeez. Can we scroll up a bit? These are long questions.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make it a tiny bit smaller. Can you
Okay.
still
there
see?
Yeah, you go. Yeah. Yeah, I can read it.
All right.
There's-
Traveling. There's
there's-
a train and bus.
The train station is literally like 2 minutes that way.
Yeah.
So you can easily get there from that. There's no special bus.
There's a bus that goes to this town, though. I think you can
Oh.
even take a bus straight from the Orlando airport or
Yeah,
Gothenburg airport.
possibly.
But
Probably
it's, but it's
Gothenburg.
easier to,
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
easier to go by train.
Yeah, just use the train.
Game Boy games. We had a bunch of Game Boy games. We were not any, more or
We don't
less.
treat them
We didn't
differently.
treat them differently at all. So
I'd love to see, actually, I think we put most Game Boy games that
a
were
lot of
suggested
them.
in.
We had.
We didn't have so
we
many
had
suggestions.
DS. We had 3DS. We had Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Classic.
10-player
games.
SWAT.
10-player SWAT was a handheld game. Yeah. Will there be a highlight blooper reel?
There
Can
will
you
be,
scroll up a
we're
bit? There's
gonna,
one with interaction.
since people were so nice to actually highlight the VODs, we're not gonna have any problems uploading all the runs to YouTube in the near future.
Yeah.
Joka told me there are applications for making highlights
Yeah.
out from YouTube videos, and it
Yeah,
works.
we
So
ha-
that
And
should-
we should have the WODs saved locally as well, so we can
Yeah.
just make from those videos. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, when I get home, I'm gonna download all the VODs to
Yeah.
the. I'm already starting doing that for. I've got everything from DreamHack locally.
Nice.
I've got
Do you have my ESA runs from last year?
I'm gonna download them. But I did actually find ESA 2012 on
Nice. I'd
Oh,
love to
oh,
see that. I'd love to see
it's
that.
somewhere on this PC.
Wow. Yeah.
But they're in really shit quality.
Yeah.
About games for 3 weeks
No
and
third
third
stream.
stream. No, not gonna happen.
Like
The
when-
idea is that the second stream compensates the first stream.
And there's
getting
no
a-
way we can
yeah.
juggle 3 at once as well.
Yeah.
But saying where I said 3 weeks, I mean 2 streams for 3.5 weeks would be how much time we had suggested. We had over 1,000 hours of game content suggested, so you just wouldn't be able to stop cutting. What about runs about?
And there's
Yeah, so with not many people in the room, we can't really do anything about it. Like Noi to Love was one I saw, which was Iraqi, and he's a great commentator, and the game's awesome. But unfortunately, it was 6 in the morning, and I had to check these streams were running before I went to bed. So we can't do anything about it if no one's in there. And we understand that it looks a bit awkward and strange, but we can't think of any solution to that problem. So, I mean,
having 2 streams is also makes that more difficult.
yeah.
Because some of the people that might watch that one and is awake at that hour, they might be in the other stream at the moment.
Yeah.
It's better than last year though, because we
Um,
actually had more people.
Yeah, and I have to say though that the yellow stream looked really empty at times,
Yeah,
but
it looks
they're
packed at other times. though.
outside.
Yeah.
Outside of here, there
Yeah,
were
we have
tens
we have it on the screen there, so there's people
Yeah.
watching. So, yeah,
About the location, no, we're not gonna move it, and Majora's Mask is just about to start if it hasn't started already.
it should have started. Yeah, as for I mean,
If
the thing with organizing events is that yes, it will be great to have this event in like Berlin or London or even like somewhere cheap in Eastern Europe, which is easy to get to, but unless you have people living there who can scout the venues and that. The thing is, we did it in Berlin, it would be Edenal or Cripper or me or somebody having to travel back and forth to Berlin all the time to
And it
sort
can
it
be
out.
much more expensive as
That's
well.
going to be expensive and hard and everything. There's going to be language barriers as well. So it's
to-
just,
Yeah. You should visit this venue. Like, this venue itself is really awesome. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
And
we
it's
have pretty much no
It's
reason.
not as hard to get to as you think, Hovde. You can get to either of the 2 major airports in Sweden. From Arlanda, you can come straight here by bus or train. And from Gothenburg, it's the same deal. I think you have to go from Landvetter to the center first. But it's about an hour and a bit from Gothenburg, and the tickets
train requires you to go to Stockholm as well from Arlanda, but bus goes straight. It's really easy to get in.
It is surprisingly easy. And I remember last year thinking, oh man, Hovde, where the hell even is this place? It's going to be horrible. But then you get on a train, it's fine. So
even if you're going to a GDQ in Washington or whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's not
you
exactly.
still have to travel from the airport.
Yeah.
Or I guess they're...
Luckily, this year they had a shuttle. Previous years, you had to organize lifts or something, and so we're pretty happy. Yeah, it takes a while, you know.
It's worth it, though.
But it's definitely worth it, I mean, so... the never happened before counter is at 94, Jesus Christ.
And Flicky, you can probably clarify on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a thing, like, we fully intended to do that, but...
run limitation.
Yeah, run limitation, how many games a runner can submit. For submitting, no, but for runs in a marathon, we looked at the games and then we looked at the runners. I can list a few people. Wery, Robo, and Kenny Man all had runs rejected because they can't have 6, 7, 8 games, you know. Robo somehow kept getting games in, and when I looked at it, it turns out he's now helping on co-op or something like that. So, yes, there is a limitation. If someone's running a 7-hour RPG, we're not going to give them another 6-hour game, you know. We're trying to be fair. I'll admit we maybe possibly dropped the ball in some cases on runners having a lot of games, but we tried to limit how many one person could do. So it didn't always work, but yeah. You could zoom in on the camera on the runner.
Hey, Tompa.
Would that work if you just zoomed in on the runner instead?
Yeah.
You can do that.
We can do that, yes.
We
should just green screen the background and put him high up in the mountains or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With space. Put him in space. Yeah.
Well, we're looking into a different camera solution for upcoming years, so we don't know what we're going to do really.
Yeah.
But maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was to reiterate about the ESA Skövde thing. It's going to be in Skövde, or someone else is going to organize it.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
The event is already very open to general people who want to come. You just
sign up.
Yeah,
Yes.
sign up, and that's it. It's like
Are we
you don't
going
have
to
to be
be-
a Twitch star to get in
Yeah,
here, or
exactly.
a speedrunner. Yeah, like if you wanna, like you find speedrunning interesting, and you wanna see what it's like live, you're more than welcome to come here.
Are we going to have our own website and forum for it next year?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends on a lot of.
We need a free
things.
web.
We need the email mailing list to go out sooner.
Yes.
That would be
That
good.
was
Yeah.
last minute.
It was well, it was still
Lot
2 or
did
3
it.
months before, so that was fine.
Anyway, we're gonna.
Yeah.
The whole organization is going to shift for next year. I'm going to probably step down from a couple of tasks and still possibly be in charge or whatever you want to call it. But Flicky is probably going to do the game stuff again and have more authority. Like
Probably.
even, I take full responsibility for that. And Oasiz and Grook might have more authority in the tech department.
Yeah.
I'm more going to be handling the administration and finances.
You did very well, but I think it was quite stressful at sometimes.
It's not ideal to be involved in
We're
tech.
best buddies, but sometimes we still have punch-ups. That's what happened. We had a...
Well, I realized you were right in the end. So.
Yeah, in the end. Well, we did it very carefully, but the length of game...
It does affect. So if it's going to be a 13-hour Final Fantasy, it's not going to go in.
We had a rule.
We had a submission of 100% GTA San Andreas.
Yeah, San Andreas was an 18-hour estimate, and we had the 15-hour Bait and Kaitos estimate. But basically the length is we're not going to turn away long runs, but it has to be right, and we don't want too much. We had the GTA 5 submission as well, and we didn't want to have GTA 5 and San Andreas at the same marathon because it's just so much GTA. So yes, it does affect it, but we think it's worth it because long games are a key part of a marathon. So, general rule, if it's the long game, it has to be really good.
Yeah, and a way to.
But generally, don't let
a way to make long games good. You were talking about Silent Hill before.
Yeah.
During another recap or
Yes.
upstream with me, and that game. Sorry, T-Dog, but it might not be the most interesting game.
No.
But he made it.
He made it interesting.
He made it interesting.
And that game got into the marathon because he made it interesting before we even had seen the run. So good commentary makes the run, you know.
All right, could we get Earthbound next year?
If we have an Earthbound runner, probably still no, because I hate that
You need to submit, you need to fill a form, and we will handle your application and let you know.
Yeah. Maybe if you are really good at Earthbound, like really good, then yes. But Earthbound was a run I had as I was talking about earlier, when I saw games in marathons, and I was like, why is it there in that slot? Earthbound was one of those. I'll just say the 5.5 hour glitchless Earthbound run at 8 p.m. at one of the GDQs was something I just could not comprehend. So, yes, not putting it out there at all.
About the tech war question, maybe. I don't think it will happen though, but this was actually the first time I played the game with cinematics, so I got to see them first time as well.
Nice. Okay.
So I guess we're gonna wrap up now.
Yeah, just to say, if there's
I think
anything
that's
else.
pretty much it.
Pretty much. We just read some stuff. Yeah. So just to say then, obviously thanks to everyone for watching. If you are interested in coming at all, there is no limitations, no restrictions. Everyone is welcome. Keep your ear to the ground. Please follow all the accounts that we streamed on, and please follow our Twitter account.
Yeah, that's where we push out all the updates, all the information.
Yeah.
And also, we're currently planning the event at the Speed Demons Archives forum.
Yes, this might change, but the Twitter will not change.
The Twitter will not change. It's still going to be there. It's in the description, I believe. ESA_official_, because everything else was taken.
Stupid European Space Agency.
Stupid.
Yep. And then we would say, please go check out the Blue Stream right now for the finale.
Yeah.
Go support the runners.
4-player Majora's Mask co-op, VPP, Thiefbug, Goron Guy, and Slaskbrass.
No, Enop.
No, Enop. Fuck. Damn it, I was so close. And Enop. Yes, please check it out. Please watch that.
It's going to be hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing like 1 hour or 30-minute segments, then they shift the controller.
Yep.
They're the best at the game, hands down.
For questions and that, you can PM the Twitch channels here, PM us on Twitter.
Rather not PM the Twitch channels.
No,
because,
not the Twitch channels, because we might not see them.
Twitter,
and other people have access to it too.
Yes.
Twitter is good.
The ESA account at the SDA forums, everyone reads that.
The SDA forums, yes.
If you have any comments, let me just, I don't have my phone. Edenal's number is...
Oh wait, it's written on there.
Yeah.
No. So,
it is.
Yeah, so Twitter is good. We're just wrapping up.
Yeah.
So yeah, Twitter and the SDA forums. SDA forums is an ideal place for us to do stuff, but we do check it and we do read it all. So anything there. Thanks for watching, everybody, and please go watch Blue Stream.
Yes, we're getting kicked off now because they need the microphones.
Yeah, and we're gonna go drinking, right? I mean,
we're going to go watch.
We're gonna watch the marathon.
Flicky, you brought the slap board.
The slap board, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
When actually, if you saw them backstage, you'd realize they're best friends and so on. There was one thing with the schedule. We will completely admit we had all the schedule troubles. The schedule was being adjusted and on the website. And one thing we did differently to other marathons is we tried to catch up to the original schedule rather than just letting it drag behind and behind and behind. The schedule editing was kind of sketchy, both in the way we did it and the method for doing it, and that's definitely something to improve.
I don't think we had the ID ready. We weren't sure about how we were going to handle stuff like that when we began. So, and like you said, it wasn't really communicated that we were trying to stick to the original schedule, which we had posted here on the walls and everywhere.
Yeah, especially when it changed. I mean, there was one night where the online schedule had changed, but our original schedule didn't change. Then, due to some rejigging and some great work by the runners and the tech team, we caught up, and we were back on schedule. But the online schedule, we were ahead of schedule by an hour. I had Meridian come up to me and ask me when Jeet Goldmine was starting, and I was about to tear my hair out because it should have started an hour before. And then he said, yeah, it did start an hour ago, but the website says it's starting in 20 minutes. Oh, God, so we had to fix that. So definitely the schedule is something. Just the schedule itself is good, but the live schedule for the people at home, it's very easy to forget that they're the important part. You know, the people watching need to know when the stuff's going on as well. So hopefully it seems like the extra blocks, the panels, as it were well received with tassing and sonic theory and glitchy hunting and stuff like that. That was another thing we wanted to really show off. If you watched any of the roundtables we did, there was a lot of saying that we want to represent as much of speedrunning outside of it as well, and marathons are a really good time. Anyone who's into speedrunning and reads various big websites, you know, we can name them because they're not going to care, but like Kotaku, Joystick, and those sort of websites are very poorly research the stuff we do, and unfortunately a lot of people find out about speedrunning through them and get completely the wrong idea. So we were hoping we could sort of explain tassing and explain glitch hunting and why it's fine and why it's not, you know, cheating and so on. And hopefully the tassing, we really want to push tassing to something people actually understand. The amount of comments I've read where they've said like, this speedrun's great, but there's a task of this and the guy's just cheating using a computer, and it's like, not true. We want to fix some misconceptions while we can. So hopefully they went well. They were kind of, some of them were last minute, some people prepared really heavily. So hopefully they went well and we can maybe do some more of those next year.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to make a return.
Yep.
Maybe even on the quote-unquote bigger stream.
Yeah, the blue one.
Yep.
We shall see. There was just some things, tech generally was fine except for disasters from time to time. I know once we had the timers implemented and we had no more disasters, the tech went really smoothly. There were a lot of runs being set up in 3 to 5 minutes, completely ready to go immediately after the last run, which was good. There were runs on it, a lot of runs. We kept the schedule pretty nicely.
Even though we had to
fiddle a lot.
Yeah.
Beat a lot of people. We have kitchen timers. Do you have the kitchen timer there?
Enjoy.
Yeah.
You can pass it over.
I've duly ignored it.
Yeah, this is the kitchen timer that we've been setting to 3 minutes to encourage tech to do their job a bit faster. And it rings like this. Amazingly, with one of these, the setup was a lot faster in a lot of cases. Not all of them, of course, but a little prod. But yeah, this stream went surprisingly well. Like, we didn't really get behind very much at all. But
we ended like 1 hour behind, but that was due to some last-minute tech problems and also some donation incentives which were not maybe accounted for. But since it's the last game, it's fine.
And we had the stream crash at one point when the fuses blew up.
And the fuse blow, and
something
else with a PC and all sorts, and then SWAT 4, and
But SWAT 4, that's seriously, you can't. It was worth it.
It was an experiment. It was an experiment.
Every minute of setup was worth it. Doing that setup like 4 in the morning, not having slept, was great.
It seemed like there were a lot of people who enjoyed watching this stream, just as much as the blue stream.
Chat, I'd say the chat was very different compared to the blue stream.
Yeah, more relaxed, less
hate.
Yeah,
maybe?
I was going to say shit posting in this chat for sure.
Less trolling.
Less trolling for sure. Yeah. So it seemed pretty friendly in here. People chilled out. It wasn't exactly how I sort of thought. I was expecting it to be like a real crew of people manning this room the whole time, but people sort of went between both blue and yellow. But it was cool, really, just to have the extra games, and hopefully people enjoyed that and liked it, so I hope.
Yeah, probably for next year, we haven't really decided yet what we want to do, but after we collect feedback, we'll review it, and I'm certain that the yellow stream or an alternative stream or whatever you want to call it is going to return in some shape or form.
Yeah, might be edited slightly, but yeah. For people watching, if you could send us feedback on Twitter or something, could you just do it after Majora's Mask is done? Because if you're sending a thing with hashtag ESA 2014 and it says like, man, yellow stream sucked or this sucked, it's not going to get people to come watch Majora's Mask. So yeah, just if you could send us feedback, Twitter works too. But
yeah, I was going to say this whole 2 weeks. No feedback for 2 weeks. I think we can scrap that.
I think we're going to ignore that. That's not a rule for us.
Whenever Majora's Mask is done, someone's going to start up a feedback thread on TSA forums, and we're going to collect feedback. Yeah. And in a week or two, we're going to come back with our replies and our analysis of the event.
Yeah, the 2 weeks is silly. Like, people who are actually passionate about the feedback have forgotten by then. So yeah. Send us feedback. We're happy with it. We've had a bunch during the marathon, some of which we've acted upon, others we've tried to but haven't quite. One big one was bigger screens for 4-player runs, which we wish we could have changed, but due to we had a professional, the very busy guy made our overlays, so we couldn't change them. But we did hear that, so don't worry. All feedback's welcome. We can ignore the terrible stuff.
Well, it's stuff that so it needs. Oh, nice. We got 8,000 followers on this channel.
Wow. Pretty burr.
It's pretty nice.
Pretty burr. You should probably get a microphone as well. Yeah, it's coming.
You look like you're expecting something else.
Talk about how well the marathon went.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I just want to do another marathon next week so we can do all the things we improved. We can implement our new strats that we just learned about, we found out just in practice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. This is just a setup for a real marathon.
Yeah.
Starting next week.
I should mute my mic while I chew.
Please don't do that. It keeps popping.
Well, it's muted. I turned it off.
Yeah, but it goes pop, pop, pop on the thing. Right. Okay. I'll even launch you with a video, like every other run.
Oh my god. We have a recap video?
Well, we've got a generic video.
Edenal's face rotating around the cube.
Then just before it explodes, it goes.
And you need this sound effect, like from Friends when Ross is playing his keyboard, and every time.
Alright, we're gonna see it soon for the first time.
Helicopter sounds. I turned my mic off. Should I turn it on?
Yeah, just turn it on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna run the video.
I think Kanjo and a guy named Vincent.
You're on.
All right.
Oh, cool. Hey, I guess welcome to the final recap, or not really final recap. because I believe there's going to be a really short recap after the blue stream as well.
Oh, okay. Is it going to be one of those like, hey, we like people?
No, it's going to be one like where we go and drink beer and come back 2 hours later and recap.
Recap time. Oh, I don't remember anything anymore.
So I guess this is actually the first recap with Oasiz and me, who are supposed to
do all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Flicky.
That's all right.
You did a good job, though.
Of just getting people to do recaps.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I haven't seen any of the recaps so far.
None of them.
Yeah. So the yellow stream is over, and I think we can all agree that it was a success.
Yeah,
Yep.
it went pretty well.
Tech stuff, breaking down power outages. We can get uninterrupted power supplies.
Yeah.
Or just route the stream PC to another power socket.
Yeah,
another
like
fuse, and that should solve
run
any
a
problem.
power thing to a different room entirely, right?
Yeah.
Get a generator for outside.
Yeah, we actually had to go to upstairs to find something. Like it's under construction and everything up there. And
Wow.
You should see this. It's
Wait,
really cool.
There's an upstairs?
yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, what do you think? It's like, oh, this tall building. Like, oh, the second floor is.
I didn't
probably
even
not
think
big.
about that. Is there? How do you get up there?
Through the door.
It's like you go up the stairs
The
and there's the
emergency
doorway,
exit.
like near the white screen, where the beamer.
Oh.
We can go up there and have a look later.
Oh.
I believe that there were discussions at some point if we were going to use upstairs, but it turns out they're not finished, not even close.
Yeah.
So it's still like really bumpy concrete floor and stuff sticking out from the walls.
Yeah.
Dust everywhere. But that would be great if they could.
Yeah.
If they're ready with the upstairs.
Yeah,
for next
it
year.
looks really promising. The upstairs area is just one huge area. You have some small rooms, and then it's just open area up until the end of the building. Pretty much, it's gonna be amazing if it works out.
Yeah. We were hoping that this stream room had more of a small casual, not casual atmosphere, as in the quality of the runs, but casual as in the audience. You know, the bigger the room is, the more professional it's going to end up being, just because you can't hear certain people and that. Whereas a smaller room, hopefully try and capture the feel of some of the older marathons and meetups especially. So hopefully that came across.
Yeah, I
in the
believe
other
it did.
stream. That guy said it seemed to. So.
Well,
I
we
hope
trust we trust him.
We trust that guy.
He seems like a valid source.
Yeah, he's not spring green in color, so
Okay.
we can trust him. But yeah, we had good runs on both streams as well. There were a few world records on this stream, I know, and good runs on both. And it didn't seem to be a big deal that more popular games was moved to one stream, you know. So like San Andreas and Vice City were both on this stream, as well as Portal and Portal 2, and that didn't seem to. I didn't see anyone really moaning that they would have liked it on the other one. So.
And Tech War.
And Tech War was here too. That's
Don't
a good
forget
point.
the Tech War.
Yes, Tech War. Dark Souls 2 was on the stream. So, yeah. Went well. Aside from that.
Yeah, what we really wanted to do was the original idea for this stream was to show, and the recaps was to show a lot more what's going on behind the scenes.
I'm not sure we achieved that.
No, I think
too
we
well.
kind of dropped the ball on that one, but
There was mentions of things happening, but not really, and yeah, like water fights and that would have been cool to show off back, like video and that, and like
wet t-shirt competition.
Wet- yeah.
Adam Oasiz and Edenal.
yeah, it was, and Sloop was not wearing a t-shirt for several hours, just under his hoodie. But yeah, that's one thing. One of the goals for this stream that we didn't reach, definitely, was we really wanted to show the atmosphere of these events, what it is like backstage, because it's something that's incredibly difficult to put across on just a marathon stream. You need backstage footage, you need stuff. So hopefully next year we can maybe get interviews, like live stuff, just keeping that in mind at all times would be great. We'd really like just to show people what it is like here, because there are a lot of misconceptions. You always read a lot of, oh, this guy is mad at that guy, but power outage is nothing we can do about that. So
yeah, I mean, it was just weird sometimes. We really tested the equipment in advance, like tested pretty much every setup and everything, but suddenly, like, when it just hits, it's the typical demo effect. Things just start crashing out of blue without any.
tunnel rats stopped working out of nowhere. Like someone's laptop wouldn't take the input or everything, so we adjusted that. No more laptops, so stuff like that. But the tech as itself, as someone who's been to a bunch of these marathons, I'm obviously going to sound slightly biased, but this is true. The tech setup, both from someone behind the desk and runner, was so simple. You sit down with your console, you plug in the power, which is right in front of you, and you plug in the SCART, which is right in front of you, and you're done. That's it. All you have to do, someone puts a mic on you, and you're basically ready to go. So, and I know everything I read about, well, not everything about the layout, it's only 4-player stuff, but the quality, 60 FPS, 720p, and basically every game that supported it, 60 FPS in everything, I think, the games that supported 60 FPS
pretty much
was in all cases, and I heard a lot of positive feedback about the quality. Hopefully we've pushed the bar for, you know, speedrun marathons quality-wise, showing that it is very possible to do 60 FPS for everything, you know, and very achievable. I mean, we had 5 SWAT screens running at 60 FPS, and
I don't think it was.
Oh, was it 60 FPS? Okay.
I don't think it was any more running because it was pretty heavy. I prepared the video clip. I clicked the video clip, and whole computer froze.
Fair enough. The Left 4 Dead which ran smooth FPS.
But it was possible. We got it.
Yeah.
Possible. So
Let's do 20 next time, right?
Yeah.
20 player. Well, no, we're doing 48 player series sound co-op.
Oh yeah, that's happening.
That's gonna happen.
But yeah, also, you know, there's things we need to improve again. Any feedback would be great. We've seen some in the chat now, which is really good, so we're noticing that. Any negative feedback is actually very, very useful. So if you have anything slightly negative, just let us know. But hopefully you enjoyed the high quality stuff. Hopefully standards have improved for the whole speedrun community, and hopefully we've pushed it a bit more so that when more events happen in the future, people will be saying, I don't know, ESA had this, why don't you guys have this? And hopefully, you know, advancements happen.
For those of you interested, we had a homemade software which we used to update all the texts on the screen.
Java code.
Yeah, bad Java code.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the category bit isn't working.
Yeah, patch it one day into the marathon.
Yeah.
Fuck. Anyway, we're gonna push that out for everyone to use in the near future. If you're interested, it should work fine.
Sharing.
It should work fine with the XSplit, OBS, whatever, anything that reads text file.
Mm-hmm. We had a few different things. We experimented with music between games, which went well, I think. And then sometimes we had sound, so we're testing, would people prefer the music, would people prefer the mics room sound, and both seem pretty good to me. I'm more of a fan of the music, I'll admit, but it's good to have that. We had splash screens, nice splash screens showing the room, some tweet interaction, which hopefully, you know, another new thing people haven't done for marathons like this. There was another thing we did which was new, and hopefully, you know, get some feedback on if it's worth doing or not. I say one thing that went really, really well backstage that people won't know